the sugyas in the halacha regarding what's considered by about the whole shaila about wearing tights and a woman covering this part of the leg, it's open if you can make a bracha. That's a big machlokes if we talk about this part or this part or this part. So that plays around, but we're not learning that. So about that. But just to remember, so this part, it's a piece of bone, and that bone is what's usually taken, and soup. The soup for pachab. Pachab. I don't know if in Iran they eat pachab, but and then in Hungarian Jews today they eat pachab, but in general, pachab is a Polish food. It's taken, it's cooked. You know what it is. Yeah, you cook it, and it's cooked very long, and the water becomes gel and garlic and spices, and it's great. So even though we will find in a posik saying that we have to remove all, we don't. Why?
Yeah. Put it more.
Why? There's always reasons why. But what I'm trying to tell you, the Masorah is very important. So what I'm trying to...
You're going too fast for me. Where's the bottom part? If I wanted to, let's say, cut it over here, do I still have to remove the gid?
They don't cut the over here. It's cut over here. In the Gemara's times it was that, and in every butcher shop, and every butcher store.
Gotcha.
In every shlachtos, they take off arkuva, and it's called arkuva. That's called the arkuva. Okay. At the moment I forgot how they call it. And that are the legs, they cut off all the legs. You have these small houses with a halal, and they have the goats, and it's much smaller. So sometimes you see them even with the bottom part, right? If you go over and you see that most of them don't have the bottom part. You can look at the same thing on the front. The front doesn't look like this. This is a different part, but most of them don't have this bone. But even if they need this, because it's cut off right away, and that's always
so. I'm still not clear. If I decide I'm going to cut this off and I take this, I have to move the Gidanashi here.
Yes. Okay, but...
Wait, so I'm sorry.
Don't say I'm sorry.
My understanding is Kaf HaYarech, right?
I just want to stop 1 second. When you play basketball,
I don't play
basketball. Whatever's played, but do you ever say I'm sorry in the middle when you take away the ball from somebody else? No. We're playing here, this is a gym. That's it.
Where's the Kaf HaYarech?
Okay, take it easy. You're rushing ahead.
Because I would have assumed, I'm not trying to challenge you, but I thought that the Kaf HaYarech ends.
Believe me, till I became a shochet, until I did it and we learned in Cheder, and I learned one thing in this, and I never were able to figure out exactly what we're talking about. And second of all, if you will take a Gemara, doesn't matter if it's, an article, and especially the article Gemara, with all the beautiful pictures, they're the most misleading pictures, right, in all of, I should say all of us, I don't know. But the article, even the article, pictures on Gid Anoshe are very misleading. Very misleading.
So this is the Ikr Gid. And I don't know which side.
No, so let me say, okay, you're asking very good, and again, you should learn ArtScroll, it's a great resource, but by Gid Anoshe, that's...
Wait, Rabbi Weissfeld, I want to start with Kuman's question, because to me it's very important.
Yes.
Somebody comes to me, and somebody says, look, what do I just want to do it right, but I don't want to do a lot of work. So, if this is the Ikr Gid, so then he's got to throw it in the garbage if he doesn't know what he's doing.
So this is what I'm going to come to you with. You asked that question, and I'll tell you why it's not such a. When we come to chayes, meaning say to behemoth, an animal, we have to take out the chaylev and everything. And when it comes to the deer, elk, and these animals, it's a whole different story. And I'll tell it to you very shortly. When I learned by Rabbi Ashkenaz, I became a Talmud, and we went out to upstate New York, and we started doing the Nikor on the deers.
Right.
I learned exactly what he told me to do without understanding. I went home and I learned, and I opened up the books and I looked and I tried everything. I had many questions about it. It did not fit with many things how the books talk about the Nikor, meaning the Nikor of the Haraim, of the hindquarters of animals.
Right.
And I'm going to say everything very short, just because I want to bring out this point.
I did not understand. Crazy until I get clarity.
Yes.
If you don't have clarity, I'll accept it.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can ask as much questions as you want.
There are three categories. Things like knognos and chelef, and then there's the Ikr Gid, and then there's the I don't know what to call it, the sub Ikr Gid. There's the Gid HaPnimi, which everyone says is the Raisa is less mantapolig, and then there are other parts of the Gid which we say.
That's the crow.
Right. Well, this is the Gid HaChitzon right here. What I'm asking is,
you don't see the Gid HaChitzon.
If I would scrape in here. Okay. What do
This is blood.
Okay.
You see the blood. You see it?
What would I have if I were to cut this out
From the knee. Right here. You're not gaining nothing by cutting this out.
from the knee? If I cut off this knee from the knee, the arkuva, right?
Yeah.
I take this out.
That's cool over
I'm
here.
sorry. If I cut it over here,
Right?
from the arkuva to here,
You're gaining nothing.
what is it? Is it da'araisa or da'rabbanan?
No. No.
What is
It's
it?
a rabbanon,
Okay,
but you're not gaining anything.
that's fine.
So
That's fine.
and I'll tell you why.
That's
Now listen to this. So I learned. I went to Rabbi Ashkenazi. We went to Ashkenazi. We did the deers over and over, and now I had a very simple question. And the question, the question is very simple. If you read any book on Nikor Acharayim and you go to Eretz Yisrael, this hindquarter in Eretz Yisrael,
No,
this hindquarter.
thank you.
So this hindquarter, this is a whole hindquarter. Okay, by a beef it looks much different. It's split into at least seven different pieces of meat, and then after it's split into 7 pieces of meat, every single piece of meat is done extra, clean, purged, and taken out of all the things. No Sefer Nikor is going to show you maybe pictures of a whole animal only to get your bearings, but when they actually do the actual work, this piece of meat is cut into 7 pieces. 7 pieces, and one of the pieces over here is cut into 3, and other pieces are also cut into 2. So my first question was, when we did Nikor on the hindquarters, this whole piece it was usually till here, because that this was cut differently, but this whole piece was kept, the whole thing on the bone, of course, was opened up, taken out, and nothing was. And that is a very strong question, and then I'm sure Rabbi Elkin B would love that question, because that's one of the basic questions that anybody asks. I asked Rabbi Ashkenazi, and Rabbi Ashkenazi is on explaining things. Yeah, so Rabbi Belsky is the best place to go. I was my first cousins are his nephews. At one of there was a simcha in yeshiva of Torah Das. It was then, yes, I'm Rabbi Belsky. My name is Rabbi Weissfeld. Oh, Shimon's son, yeah, he knows me. And I tell him, and I ask him this, and I went to Rabbi Ashkenazi. I know you set up the whole. Rabbi Belsky had set up that whole thing with Rabbi Ashkenazi years before, and it was then in Rhinebeck, not in Rhinebeck, New York, whatever was, whatever up in Kingston, next to King's Rhinebeck, it's called.
Who, Schlaf?
Schlaf. No, it's Schlaf, but Schlaf didn't do it in this place. It was in this
Okay.
place.
Well, when I went, he was doing it
In Goshen. No, that was before Goshen.
Okay.
And I started talking, and you all know, if you know Rabbi Belsky, loves to talk, I'll tell you exactly. And I asked him this question, just simply, why isn't it separated into 7 pieces? And there's so many, there is veins, extension of the veins, which have names. They have a mem, a test, Jewish letters, mem, Karenatzvi, which, or gupluch, gupluch is called mazleg. It's like a forks, and Karenatzvi means, the antlers, looks like antlers, and they have to be taken out over here, get out doimim, and this here, and this. It's all over. Why? And of course we spoke about it. So he told me a yesod, which is very important when it does this. He tells me like this. All the dinim of Nikor that we have, most of them, all the dinim of Nikor was done, and all the chumras, because wherever we have a Nikor, there's a chumras on chumras on chumras when it comes to Nikor. Why? Because we are dealing with a chelev doiraisa. Do you understand my dialect?
Yes. They're
not even
they know the Simcha
no, but not only that, but the Persians have a little different in the style.
No, they learned with an Ashkenazi. They got
We got the baby unit right now.
So it's very easy. He told me a yesod, and this is a yesod. You're going to tell it to people. They're going to scream at you. They're going to scream at you, and this is a political. This is like the only thing a shtickle can of worms. But let me repeat it first. He says that we know, yes, when it comes to Nikor Acharayim, you take apart the animal, you cut away chunks of meat, and you go after everything till the end, then. And even when it comes to Gidanoshi, you also do that. Why? Because Chelev is kares, it's the worst, that all comes. But when it comes to Achaya, because it's only Achaya, there is no Chelev, so we don't have to institute all the chumras, even though by a behema you also do chumras regarding the Gidanasha. By Chaya, not so much. And he brought me a raya to that, at the time, And yes,
Rabbi Belsky told you this?
Rabbi Weissfeld told me. And not only that, and then he told me how this was also happening in Europe. They used to do fallow there, and he told me more about
How does he know this was
because he spoke to it was in Rabbi Ashkenaz's Rebbe was Meisels, and Rabbi Meisels from Tikva was a big Menachem, who has worked in Poland and worked on these type of had theirs. He told me in Poland there were large estates of nobles. They used to have raised fallow there for hunting purposes, and they would have many extra, and they had the population, so they sold off part of the deers to Jewish butchers to sell, and there they made a charaim. And then he told me the whole meeting, and he told me he wants on a newspaper. There was a whole meeting about Rabbanim. Reb Nachum Zembe told me regarding that they were selling goat meat, kinds of goats, with like telling people that it's because it became a business, the hinds of fallow deer, and there weren't enough to go around, so some butchers took goats. And goats is the meat is better. They're able to, and they were doing it the way they were doing the deers. And goat is a behemoth, and a behemoth you have to do much different. And there was a problem. And he says if you look it up, he told me a newspaper to look up. I've done research. I've sent some of the research today with those computers. I have all these programs. I couldn't find it, but I've started to tell exactly where it is. So this is Rabbi Belsky said, and that is why we do the Nikor the way we do it. That is very important. Now, because in the Darkei Tshuva, which brings also some poskim who say, Achaya, you do everything like a behemoth. So when you see that, you have to do exactly. But the minhag was not like that.
Don't repeat that with the Hasidim code.
No, I will tell it to them. I will tell it to them. No, but that's so. No, but listen to this. Very interesting. This is a synopsis of the whole, and this is very important to know over here. Now, we all know there's a Sefer Sichas Chulin from Rabbi Mitai ben David who wrote the Sefer on Sefer Chulin with all the pictures and everything. I've met him.
No, we're not a fan, so we don't have
to. Right, doesn't matter, but we...
Okay.
Let's
go back, just so I can put everything in. Who's the one that says that a chaya is not like a behemoth? You said Rabbi Belsky said it. He said it from Rabbi Meisel. But he has to have a source.
We can ask him. That was the minhag.
But there's no one who's brought this down anywhere.
As of now, I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Again, whatever I say, before I say anything, I'm going to sit and talk here. Whenever I talk, I have a conflict. To be honest with you, I'm not from conflict. I have a conflict. I talk. I sound like the greatest guy that knows everything. I don't know everything. I know how to sound very well. If I make a mistake, and if you think I made a mistake, and if I forgot something, it always happens. And I'm always willing to hear and listen. And don't take whatever I say for granted, because I never take things for granted. Because even when Rabbi Belsky told me this, believe me, it wasn't. You can't accept it sitting down every day. It's a chiddush. It's a chiddush. It's a new thing. I was young. This is probably 15 years ago. 15 years ago, when I heard this first Rabbi Belsky. And then if you know in Eretz Yisrael, there's always fights going on. There's a lot of politics, especially when it comes to Nikor of Cheder and all these types of things. I mean, if you know about, there was a controversy that somebody wrote a sefer about the minhag at Teimani, and the Moroccan minhag wrote a sefer on Nikor, and they came out against him terribly.
This is Mahmoud?
Nachbud was also those who came out against. No, Nachbud sefer is officially the Ashkenazi way. So, and if you know the dynamics of the Jewish nation, everything is politics, and when you get to certain people, sometimes you have to be able to get past the politics, and people, and rightfully so, because many things that you see, you can't just like in politics, you can't just say anything and write everything and talk about everything, because if you want any time, especially you go to Yeshiva University, and you go through sources how you have to
careful. Yeah.
No. You see how you learn things, and you see how at a certain point you could say certain things when you can't say certain things. Certain Rabbanim will tell you certain things in a certain setting, and in a different setting they'll let down the guard. That's my phone on the phone. It's my phone.
You want it?
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's not.
Want to check?
Let's see, just tell me if it's a number or a name. Sorry.
It's number.
Yeah, what's the number?
533301.
Oh, not the problem. So that is a very important decide. And just to back this up a little, so Amita ben David, so again, to explain, this is not a sociology class, and we're talking about how Jews work, and how machloikus work, and how politics works in certain settings. So in Eretz Yisrael, it's also that way. And one of in Eretz Yisrael, whoever was in Eretz Yisrael was very polarized. Everyone has to belong to something. You always whatever you say means something. And this all goes out. We throw it out the window over here. Now we're doing this. So what's so important is, so Rabbi Amita ben David told me at the time that he told me about in Eretz Yisrael they shechted and gazelle. I think it was a gazelle, a deer, an Israeli deer, which is like a gazelle. And Rabbi Weissfeld did the Nikor on the deer, and he couldn't. Amita ben David knew exactly. I told him this Torah about how we do this.
Right.
And how Rabbi Weissfeld told me. So he's telling me that Rabbi Weissfeld was one of those people who went out against the Yemenites. And when he came and he was doing it on a gazelle, he did it exactly this way. So he asked Rabbi Weissfeld, but you're always saying that we're supposed to do this and that and this. So Rabbi Weissfeld said, all right, but this is the way it was done.
Which way did Rabbi Weissfeld do it?
The way that it's exactly almost the way, without taking it apart, the way the OU did it, Rabbi Weissfeld, how they did it.
Okay.
So he told me, yes, Rabbi Weissfeld, and Rabbi Weissfeld said, yeah, you're right, but this is the way it was done, and that's
and how
meaning
did,
to say.
How did Rabbi Weissfeld know that's how it's
Oh, because that was the minig all the year. He's a shaykhit, and in Eretz Yisrael they did deers and they probably
were doing
did.
deer. They were never doing deer.
Looks like he said there was, and in Yemen they did it that way. I'm telling you what this. I'm giving you a source.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
giving you a source. No, you don't call Rabbi Weissfeld. Call Rabbi Amita ben David, and here that he's said.
Right, but they didn't.
But it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
What bothers me is he's thinking as Rabbi Weissfeld, this is the way they always did. They never
Right.
those in Israel. Until the Israeli government came in, there were no gazelle in Israel.
Oh, so it wasn't like gazelle, but chaya. On a
There was
chaya.
nothing there. There was
Ibex, maybe?
So Rabbi Weissfeld had that Masorah from Yemen. How they did it?
It's a desert animal. It's
Yeah.
so south of Israel.
Yeah,
So-
no,
so they did-
I
so
want,
they had to do
that's how
animal-
he did. I want to know who's taught Rabbi Weissfeld where it came from. It came from Israel, it came from Yemen.
So I'm just repeating you. I'm giving Adri go do your homework.
I'm not attacking you, don't worry.
No, I'm just telling you. No.
Look about it.
No, but this is very important. This is
Okay.
one of the, and this is what we're talking about. This is not so simple. So this is very, very important.
No,
what
Rabbi,
I'm saying,
the reason
because
why-
this is exactly what people told me. Hey, about people, I had fights, not fights, but people don't like to accept this because
Yeah,
actual.
I like
it's not
Rabbi
a-
Weissfeld a lot because when you talk to Rabbi Weissfeld, he always tells you the source. Meaning, even if he's not doing it the way they always did it, he'll say, "This is in this case we don't pass it like the Machad, but we pass it like the Ramah." He's very organized, like philosophically. So if he did it, he probably had a source for doing it, and that's he never because in all the times I spoke to him, he never says that's the way we always did it. He always said,
No, but I'm saying, but
I'm
right. Again, no.
"No problem."
Don't be apologetic to me at all. If you want to knock me, hack me. I don't care. That's part of
This is
that's
the hack.
learning.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
hacking here.
Okay.
But this is basically what it is, and that's why, and probably because in the last few years, the way look, I think he said that you don't do it anymore. I'm sure there's people who don't like it. People like Chomras. People like to do.
The OU feels that they can't do deer anymore because they're scared that it's going to ruin their standing in various
And probably this is precisely
which is why elk is fine.
Is elk fine according to
No.
the mind?
No. We're talking about the way it's done. The way it's done.
No, nothing. When I told the OU, before I do anything with this class, especially if it's Mossad, I speak to the heads of the OU to make sure that if they hear about, no one's upset. So I told them, well, it's the door.
Wait.
Oh, no, that isn't the door.
Not time.
Natan! Okay. So,
Like what kind of animal?
no, so when I told them what we're doing, they said nothing of the OU on this. The OU's not involved in gear anymore. Is it?
Safe to park.
It's safe. But park in the driveway.
They didn't park. Parks on the street.
Fine. Don't worry about it. Okay.
So this is it sounds very simple what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It sounds very simple, but this is a major decide in Israel.
Okay.
So at that time, Rabbi Weissfeld told me, I wasn't there a long time. I had to come up. The next two times, I think he came up there. There was already in Goshen at the time. Then when he came up, and he was there with a lot of Talmidim. If you remember, there was a Peter video that came out from that Shechita. That was at that time. I'm in the video.
It was one of his students who did that?
What?
Who took the pizza video? This guy?
No, there were two. I remember two people, a man and a woman came, and officially they were from, and they weren't from. They had a video. I remember
Okay.
and I'm on that video. If you Google it, you'll find
I've
it.
watched it.
Right, I'm just saying, it's interesting. And at that, and I'll tell you, and at that time he came up, and we had the Rabbi Ashkenazi, and Grisha, and Grisha doesn't know how to speak this. Grisha is really Grisha is my Rebbe. Grisha has abnormal hands. I mean, I think he has. I'm not saying abnormal.
He came out. He gave up last year.
He is. I love Grisha. He's a real Yiddish Shemaim, personally. A real Yiddish Shemaim, and he learned. He has a hard way of speaking and communicating. But he taught me a lot of things. So Rabbi Weissfeld at the time came over. He looked around, told me that. So he looked at me what I was doing, and I told him this and this. He was so happy with me. So that's why he claims that since then I am the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. But I'm not the best. And second of all, this is something, whenever I do this, believe me, Rabbi Chaim Loki told me we were supposed to do it last year and it didn't work out, and we're doing it now. Whenever we called it, I do it, and it's even when I was Shvita. And the old Shaykhim should know that. I had a Rabbi Rami Cohn, who probably, if you came out I came out with him with the great Nekmek Rangun Brisson. An old man, Rami Cohn, he wrote the book, The Youngest Partisan. He was a partisan. Right? He's a mile, and he taught me Mila. And he told me this when I was learning Mila by him. He told me that he told me this from the mile of Yisrael Stern from London. For 10,000 baby, you have to have the same trepidation and like you have for the first baby. There's no difference when you're doing an ashkit on an animal. It doesn't matter. I could say calves. Let's say certain animal I've done probably in the hundreds of thousands. Like when you do, 200 a day, 300 a day, I made that calculation. Everyone has to be kosher. It doesn't matter. You did 100 kosher. We don't give you leeway. You have to know what you're doing. And everything that you're doing, and especially in young people, it's not a thing you just do easily. Even though you can do it in the middle of the night, you have to. I'm not talking about Yerush Shemaim on a higher level. I'm not that. But in general, we have to watch what we're doing. We have to do it slowly, methodically, to make sure we don't give over chas v'shalom something which is not right. And again, you always have to, whatever you learn. This is one thing I learned from Rabbi Ashkenazi, which I'm going to tell you, this is what it takes. I've learned from Rabbi Ashkenazi, is no matter how old he was, and even though he was the Rebbe, when a young Talmud would come in and point out to him something or something new or something, he accepted it. Yes, he never said it. And that's what we always have to do. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to show you whatever I know. I'm going to try to show whatever I know. And if you think things should be changed, and you go back and you learn the Svarim and you think it should be different, let me know. And that's how.
We'll call you.
That is how we know.
I just want to for Naka. So we decided this so far. This is obviously left. This is down here, not here. But it looks like it's here, but it's not. If you cut into here, you have the ketone. Even though this is the finger, when you cut the animal, you have ketone that's here, and on the other side you have the meat. From here to here, sorry. From here to here is the Raisa, and here to here is the Rabban.
No,
you didn't like
that. No, that's not true. That's also not true.
Okay.
No,
What's wrong?
So after you have my whole Akdama, my whole introduction, right? So now let's get down to what we're talking over here. So
wait, let's go back. Is this to this Dirabanan?
Yes, it's Rabbanon, but it could also be Dirabanan. Who said this is not
okay. So
that is this is not Dirabanan.
Fine. Okay.
So let's look. I don't know if you. I never went to high school. I mean, I went to 9th grade. I dropped out, whatever. But so I don't know anything. But if you ever do into biology, or you ever played, and you should, you played with me today. You know about muscle. You know about veins. You know about blood. You know nothing. So when you take this thing apart, let's say this is a spear. You take apart the hindquarters into 7 pieces, let's say, right? So when you're taking it apart, the major veins or the major nerves run between the muscles, and they branch off into the muscles to innervate the muscles, right? Very simple. So when you're doing it, you're splitting it apart. So you take, when you cut meat, right? Of course, there's ways of cutting, like an asud buko, you know what it's called, asud buko, like you say, you cut through the bone, and there's many, but basically, most butchers, you cut whole muscle, and that's what you give, a London broil, or a shoulder steak, a minute roast, so you cut. So, all the, like if you go into a ShopRite, whatever, and you look at the hindquarters, the way they read around, and these type of things, they keep the whole thing, and they just slice it. But kosher there, you'll never find. I haven't seen it, but I'm just from knowing Nikor. You'll never find them having these types of meat. Why? These types of cut. because they take a part of 7 pieces, they have 7 different muscles. Now think about it. So if the Gidanasha, I'm not going to go into, instead of talking all about Gidanasha, we'll talk as we go along, and instead of, I had enough of an introduction, I want to get hands on, right? So if you have that nerve going, whatever the Gidanasha is, the nerve, the sciatic, it goes between, so by taking off muscles, you're exposing, it's staying exposed. So if it stays exposed, most of the Gidanasha stays with the bone and stays with everything, you don't have to take it out. What you do have to take out is the part where it goes into the meat and the nerve related branches. And that is called knoiknos. Knoiknos in the Gemara is the branches that go into the meat. Right? Now, and so then you take off the meat, every piece of meat has its way how you clean it off, and fertig. And the etzem, I use many Yiddish terms if I don't understand, start me clear. And so if there's pictures in one of the Nikos farm, you'll see how they open it up and have meat taken off, and you have the Gidanasha going and hanging, the whole thing, the main Gidanasha, which is called the eighth. Eighth means the tree. The middle of the tree before it branches out, that is the main Gidanasha. So but being on there, which we don't take apart, everything, we just open up. So what do we take out mainly? We take out that thing that would, if we wouldn't take it out, that would stay. It's like a two thing. You can take out all the. It's like today with computers, you understand with 3D, right? I don't 3D, but you take out all the outside and the inside stays. Or you can open up, just take out the inside. So that is what we're doing mainly over here. We're opening it up, taking out the inside, and we are going a little into the meat where we have to.
The main branches.
The main branch, and we have branches right. So that is also very important.
You're not taking the end of the branch, you're taking the
in a certain sense, we're taking, but not as much. And it doesn't have, that's what Rabbi Weissfeld, where I said before, that we don't go so deeply. The Gemara says you have to be mechatet, the word mechatet. He says, who says mechatet does not mean going in and dig out? He says, of course, if you read the Nikos farm, the way we do it, when they take it apart, their way to take it apart, of course, you see that they go till the end. But when the Gemara is referring to chitit, the Gemara never talks about taking apart a hindquarter. Chitit means not
the tree,
instead,
not the branch.
Yes, the branch, but not exactly where it goes into the meat to just cut it right off, just a little in. You understand? Instead of going till the end of the branch. So that is basically what Rabbi Weissfeld explained.
That's the view of Rabbi Chaim, how you remove it. Rabbi Chaim is the rabbi of their community.
Right.
Rabbi Chaim said, the reason they do it that way is based on the Rambam. So the Rambam says when they did the Korban Pesach, how did they remove the Gidanasha? So they had to, because they couldn't. Right. So they couldn't remove it if they were doing it the way the Ashkenazim are doing. Would be mechated after everything.
You can do it because you're not going to break bone.
Right. That's what he's saying.
Right. And most of the Ashkenazim way of Nikor is instituted later.
The Ashkenazim dig if they dig into the bone, right? So you can't break a bone in the Korban Pesach. So Rabbi Chaim said if the Ashkenazim are right, how they do the Korban Pesach? You can't break the bone. How you get into Gidanasha?
Okay. So what was the answer?
So the answer is that Ashkenazim are wrong, and the Sephardim are right.
But the real answer is it's not wrong, because all our minhagim of Nikor were instituted probably later after the Gemara.
Right, but in time of the Gemara, they
just look in the Mashal. It's the Mashal on
I was making a joke. Everyone knows I was joking.
No, I'm just saying, but that's what it is. So that is why.
But that's Rabbi Chaim's answer.
So that is why also, if you understand the way Gzeris work and how minhagim work, the minig was, and that's why, and when minhagim have such strong thing that we have to keep them. So the minig is all usually, and the gzeres and all everything that the takanot that they're and this is I'm just trying to explain is usually by something that listen, no, I'm going to say this that was used. So steers all the minhagim of Nikor, whereas animals wasn't a thing that was always used, right? So you can go back. No, it's fine. Okay, so the Mela, when you're asking me, should we just cut off pieces? We're leaving everything intact. We're just taking out the Gidanasha.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Of course, we can make it easy. See, we'll have to make it easy over here, right? Okay, so now.
We discussed that the Gidanasha goes all the way to that.
Okay.
Where does it start?
Okay, so what's the Gidanasha? Very simple. You know what? Maybe we'll make it easier. Just give me that white bag on the bottom there.
What's the hide in the front? Yeah.
Go. I thought it was a street.
To go.
This is the Yerushalayim.
This is Netanei Nissen. Yeah, so that's Sefer. That is, if you want to learn in depth, that is probably one of the best of our Nikor.
What was the name of the book?
Nitzane Nism. You can get it, but on Eitzah Chachma you can get it. Eitzah Chachma is the, you know Eitzah Chachma.
Online?
Yeah, no, it's not online. It's online also, but...
Do you have Otzar Chachma in your house?
I have my own. My wife bought it to me for present.
So then can you leave
This,
that here?
I can leave this here.
Okay, good.
I'm going to
Then
show
we'll
the
pay for
picture.
your half.
I just want to show a picture, which is... There's a few pictures here, so which one is the best? Okay, let's do this. This picture is the easiest. This is the hindquarter of the animal. No, make it easy. This is the hindquarter of the animal, right? Look, I'll try it. Right? This is the spine. This is these bones. Now, the spinal cord goes in between, then it branches off. Right? It branches off the whole way. There's always branches, but there's bigger branches and smaller branches. When we get to the bone over here, this bone. Okay, let me show you this. You see it over here.
The other side now?
Let's see exactly which bone is what. Okay. You see these bones? These bones are separate bones, right? What?
These are the discs.
The joints.
These are
These are
bone.
the
This is
discs.
bone, right? This
This
That's
solid
solid.
bone. This is made out of 3 bones. This is where the spinal cord runs.
so right here, this white.
Right in the middle.
Alright? Now, you see, look here. This is the spinal cord. And nerves come out. You see this? The spinal cord was taken out. This is still part of the spinal cord. You see this?
Is that Caleb or is that
This is the spinal cord. Not Caleb, it's the spinal cord. Now the spinal cord branches off. You see? And see, this is cut in half, right?
Yeah.
There's a hole. This, where does this? See this over here, right? This is a hole. This is the nerves from the spinal cord. Things go in, right? Over here. Now, so as the spinal cord, the branches
So
off.
wait, just correct me if I'm wrong. So here should be the ayin and the shin should be here, no?
What eye?
The ayin that of the gid, where the gid starts. The top of the ayin.
So where is that?
So I was just
Why do you call it eye? It's called the iron. I've never heard that term, but you say, why is it an iron? It's a shin. It's a shin, but I've never heard the term shin.
This is the shin I thought was
Okay.
over here, no?
Okay, so this is the vertebrae, what it's called, the spinal
Spinal
column.
cord, right?
Right, and the spinal cord is in here. This is the spinal cord where it
How
runs,
many
and
holes are there in this?
between every bone.
There should be 5, but from the from the ones that are from the 13th rib, I thought there were 5 holes, no?
5 bones, and then there's this bone was just 3 bones fused into one.
Right, but there's no hole, is there?
Excuse me.
3 fused
Three
into one.
holes.
Fused into one.
Hello. This is a hole.
Fine, let's talk the veins, right?
So let me show. So one second. So very simply.
Sorry.
So this is the spinal cord. If you all know, the nerves come out of the spinal cord,
Right.
right? And so this is the spinal cord, the nerves, and then the nerves come out. So out of this comes the sciatic nerve, the femoral nerve.
Fine. So
Right?
the top,
And
how
so-
many? The femoral, femoral has 2 things that come out of it, and the sciatic has 2.
Okay. So this is how it is. This is
He does it too.
right, but this picture you can't put that right. Okay.
This is why it's the eye. This is the shin.
I never heard that.
Look, does it look
I
like
know,
an eye?
I know, but let me show you a different picture.
It looks like an eye.
Yeah. Let me show you something else.
When we pull it out also, when we pulled it out, it looked like that.
So here there's a better picture where I'll picture this. Look at this. You see?
Yeah.
Right.
Still looks like
Look
an
at
eye and a shin.
Right. See, but this bone, see, you don't see this on this bone, because this bone was cut half already, so you don't see the whole bone. So, and this is viewing the bone from this side, right? So where is this bone?
This which one? The big one?
This
That's
one.
him?
Here.
This is
Right
one-
here.
This bone. You see one
Right here.
one
Right.
bone. And if you look at it a little, you see this. It's fused. It's 3 bones actually fused into one. That's when I think with the baby, when the animal fuses with that. So here you have 3 out of 3 holes over here coming out.
Right, so that's what one
And
identifies.
that is the Gedapnim.
Fine, so where is the 3
You're
holes?
showing this hole right now, not this.
Right, so where, this,
No,
where
which hole? Which hole? This?
You're showing that hole, which
No.
is
No.
wait.
right here.
Rabbi Weissfeld, could you identify the 3 holes that are corresponding to those 3 holes? We have 3 things, we could use my
Look.
pen. Hold on.
1,
Okay. No, we're gonna keep it thinking, so we can. I want to take a picture. This is gonna be my start.
Look at it.
I'm not arguing. I just want to.
One.
Well, let's put something in.
Are you gonna ruin it a little? See, look.
Okay.
This is where this. Look at it. If you look good, this is. You see this?
Yeah.
This is one.
So can you make a?
This, because you cut the bone a little on this side,
Fine.
so that hole is already open on both sides. This is one. This is two. And probably see. Look at it. You see this?
So this is the shin is all the way down.
This
here.
is the third one down. You see here? Look. Is this it? Looks like this is it.
Top of the shin and
1, 2, 3.
Right. That's where it should be.
And here is the other one.
I just wasn't sure. So this is the first one. This is the second. You're saying?
Yes. And here's this is the other one. It's open. 1, 2, and 3. And if you see the picture here exactly, look at this.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Between this is 1, 2, and 3. Right? See? Right where this pin starts. This is
And this is 2.
yes, 2. And here is 3.
This is so if I take these 3 points, if you don't mind,
You want to do another knife to stick him?
right over here. Right.
And then,
No, it's just.
and then,
Just
after
wait, don't touch.
This says
Yeah.
you gotta scan this.
Yeah.
He's leaving the.
I know, but let's not put it in the.
Oh, and the blood. Very, very good.
I can download it on my computer and then email it to you.
Oh, you can?
But
Yeah,
this is
of course.
perfect. You don't have to ruin it just because we have other possibilities.
No.
Okay. Open this one. Yeah. See, this is this,
We're not up there.
and now this one. So this is 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
You see it, Toby? You see here?
Yeah, well, we got it.
Yeah.
Maybe on the other one we'll see it'll be more closed
Okay.
also.
Okay.
Because it's cut different way.
And the
One.
first
This is
two.
1, 2, and 3. Right. And then this one is between is Dalid. Between Hey and Dalid. This one, and here, this is where the Giddah Chitzin goes. And the Giddah Chitzin you see.
Wait, I only see one hole. Where's the second hole? Give a chitza.
Look, what's up with it? You see this bone?
Yeah.
This is one more. With this bone comes together, this is the whole of the third, of the first, of
The last branch of the shin.
let's call the first.
No, the last
Okay.
part of the shin is not chitza.
It's here.
1,
2, 3. Okay, the last or the first.
No.
1, 2, 3.
That's the
Of the Gipnimi.
that's the thing.
And then it comes together over here and it becomes one.
Right, where's the 2 branches of the Giddah chitza? The Giddah chitza has 2 branches.
No. Okay, you
Even
saw
in the
that
picture,
picture, but
it's
look.
Over here.
Okay, it's not, this is where it is. Look at this. This is it, this one. It connects to other Giddim over here. But the main thing goes along over here.
Rabbi
And
Weissfeld.
this is probably
The
it.
top, we pulled it out. I don't remember anything, but I know that the top of the Giddah chitza has 2 branches where it connects to the.
Again, you see this?
Yeah.
It connects to this, it connects to this, and this is connected here to this. But it's not something you can always see it.
So the
And this, we don't talk about this one. We only are worried about this part over here.
Fine. So what you're saying is that the ayin is
No, that's
So-
still the.
the shin
that's
and the
part of the
ayin.
shin,
That's
that's
what
the
you're saying is the same.
We don't, I never heard the term ayin, but this is where this Giddah Chitzin comes out.
I don't think that's what he's saying. I think what he's saying is that it connects here, but inside.
It doesn't connect over, it connects inside.
Inside.
Right. But we're not worried about that because, see, these 3, I'll tell you, look at this, let me see. See these 3? These 3 become 1. Later this thing's branching off everything. This, it connects to the other one, but this actual nerve, this keeps on going, and this is what we're worried about.
I
You
understand.
understand what I'm saying?
I understand. What I was just saying is
And
that when we pulled it out from you did shallow here with Rabbi Ashkenazi, when we pulled it out, the top looked like this, and you can see here that it looks like an ayin. That's why we called it the ayin. This looks like a shell.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay. No.
So one second. So maybe, and I doubt that we'll able to, it will come out this way. I doubt this. Okay. This we can take, right? Just
Sorry. Oh, that's
No,
true.
yeah, no,
I didn't see it.
Nothing goes to the garbage.
I didn't see what was attached to it. It was just.
Okay. Now, when you're talking about chaylev, the rice in by animals, this is very important. These parts and these are mamash chaylev. This piece of meat is very important regarding chaylev, and this is called the fillet mignon. You know this.
Tenderloins over here.
And they call it straps, back straps, but the hump is whatever. And this is where it goes to over here. You see, we said again, this is the one where it goes, and this is where it branches off, and it's good to find it. Usually when they do the deer, so all this piece of it, this is all out here, right? So this can be taken off, and this can. I think this whole thing can be taken off. I just want to.
And none of this is even. This is nothing.
No.
This is no.
You have to clean it up.
All right,
You have to clean it up.
Okay.
You see veins of blood, you just open
take
them.
it out.
Right. Yes. See, and actually, the reason I'm doing it is only because it's easier for me. Why? What I mean easier for me? Because now all this is open.
Okay.
Again, when we do chaylev, it's a whole different story. All this part is very important, and it wouldn't be cut this way. Right. Okay. So now we have everything is clearly open. Now what
Is this scale or is this what this muscle?
If we're talking about a behemoth, it would be
we're
chaylev.
talking only chayes. It's
Only
chayes.
chayes.
Anything that's for this chayes is attached to it. That's only inside.
That's called, we don't call it chaylev, we call it shumen hagir.
That's only inside.
It's on side, right.
Right, whenever you, that's what we're saying. Whenever you see just not shuman, it's always mutter chayes also.
Okay, so usually,
So this is mutter.
yeah, this is all is now. The very simple way how to find the gidachitz. Gidachitz is, when it comes to this, the easiest. I would love
Why are
it
you
if
taking the gidachis first? The reason just now.
the reason is because my Rabbi Grisha taught me, whatever how it falls to you the animal, that's how you start.
I'm gonna write that down. Okay, fine.
No.
Stephen Tyra.
No, it's very. Why is that very important? Some people work better that way, and some people work with a system. I have to start with this side.
Okay.
But what's the downside of it? And the reason I just said my own experience. You have to be able to recognize the animal from every side. You can say sometimes you'll get where's the back and where's the front. See this you see right away. This is the front, this is the back. Not always is it cut there. No two animals are cut. It's always if you go to one place is cut this way. So you have to be able to, and you have to be able to figure out exactly. See, this is also very tough, right? And this is an elephant. Not okay, doesn't decay so fast. So you see this? You see this line? Everyone see this line?
High in the front. It's not. And the birds.
So okay. So in general is a zoid. We're not giving you shame saying the whole Gemara and everything. First of all, I don't know everything. Again, I'm just telling. We're going to say things out of this, and you have to take it. And harve means how do you say harve? Just be busy with it. You lay at night and think about the muscles and how it works. You have to work with it. You have to live it. I mean, so the thing is like this. We have to also see. It's something that we don't focus a lot. When we do Nikor time, we don't focus a lot on the blood. See, this is blood, right? This is a vein of blood. If you do Nikor, you have to take out as much blood vessels as possible. And you have to make sure it's cut open and everything. But because we're only busy with the nush, we don't focus so much on the down. But you have to remember this down. So just very simple. This is the hindquarter, and you always have to clean it around. See all this thing, these flaps of meat that come on with. You clean it up as much as possible. To see here, this is called bloodshot. When you have to clean up. This is all garbage. It's not cool.
This is like blood cutting the chicken. You have to cut it.
Right. And in general, you have to clean up just to get to the meat to see, what to work. So now you have this. See this bone. This is cut right in the middle of the whole pelvic. Let's call that whole. Hank. It's called in Rashi and also hank. Hey, aleph, nun, kuf, aleph. That's hank. You see 100 times. Now, right over here.
Hungarian.
Not Hungarian, right? Do you see this line?
Mm-hmm.
This is very easy for here to recognize. And when we did this, it's much easier to go back here. You have to find to go to see what it is. So you just open it. Suppose two muscles, right? This is a little. My Rabbi Ashkenazi worked in a butcher shop, so he would and many places they don't do that, and that's very also important to know when you learn something. Every single place, something like Nakrim only do what they have to. Anything extra they don't cut. Rabbi Ashkenazi would cut so much away that the butchers wouldn't have had so much work, and that's why. And it's much easier to work. So if you look, you see this piece of this muscle. Mm-hmm. You see it going over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's called, I think, the statoris muscle. I'm no physical therapist, but so this is. If you go under here, see here it branches off. splits off, and you see it goes in between there.
Wait, we need a correct one.
And I'm gonna open it a little more. Not that it always has to. You know how to cut meat. Every cut meat, you take it nice. You don't have to watch out very much. You don't. Again, if I would be a real butcher and do it every day, come out real nice. And I cut into a little muscle. It's just funny. I worked when I don't make. I worked at a British store and so. And I went to a few years later. I went to a different butcher store, and the guys were working on the meat, and everything, and they were like indiscriminate. They didn't care about certain place you cut it. And I was like, I thought the butcher is supposed to be caring, you know, like. So it varies so much between you go one place to the next. So you see this muscle? Now it's exposed. It's all one muscle. Most of these muscles have the same names on a human being, by the way. It's very simple. So this is called the sartorius muscle. I can't see this in the middle, but it's called it. Now, pick it up. No, this is it. You see this? And easiest way to do now. Now this muscle, I think you see, if the branches off here, goes I think till the. No, you see this? I think this muscle is attached to. By the way, the Menachem, the old Menachem, they knew physiology, you know, of the muscle. It's hashlodik how they study the animals, the muscles, what goes to what, where it starts and where it ends. It's not sometimes. So let's see exactly where it goes over here. See this? This is it. Yeah, this is it. Not the small one, it's this. See it? This is one of them is no. This one. Look now. Look at this. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
This one I think is blood. I'm not sure. See which one is the blood one and which is the gift. Look at this. Look. See how? Look at this. You see how I'm playing around this? Yeah. Ah, rip this off. Okay, this is.
So the kid is going to be the chif. No, this is the chif.
Yes.
You're pulling out the chif.
And there's always a blood vessel going along with it. So you always are going to have here like. See? Oh, see don't? This one's blood. You see blood in this? You see this? Look. So I push the blood, you saw? Mm-hmm. You see this? You see this? See the blood. See the blood coming down now? This one is the left. And there's a lot of fat around it. This is not exact. I don't know if that's what means shuman. It's also shuman.
No, this over here, that's still attached to this piece of meat. That's just fat, right?
It's fat, yeah. We clean it up. We clean everything up.
Clean everything up, but it's just fat. It's not. That's not like part of the gid, which
No.
is.
The gid is a vein. A vein is a strong thing. Very interesting. Okay, now let's look at this.
It's not really a vein, right? Is it?
It's not a vein. It's a nerve. A vein and a nerve. Gid means anything that's like a string.
Elastic.
No, that long. It's a long thing. Gid is the word is stretches, but doesn't mean stretches in length, not mean in elasticity. That's what gives. And any string can be a gid. So this right. So if we follow this, so we're gonna take this. Let's cut off. Try to open it as much as possible. Right. Make a hole to get our finger. Okay. Now you see. We have it over there. You see it? Now.
That's the vein.
That's the blood.
Yeah, but it goes together.
Yeah,
The blood and we have
Is this it over here underneath?
No.
No.
No, that's something
Look
else.
at this. Look what this is. No. Look at this. What do you think this is?
The blood.
Yes.
That's the blood vein.
Look at that. No.
That's a spinal cord.
No.
No, look.
What do you think? What is this?
They're two together. This is a.
No.
Femur.
No.
This is a vein. This is a
It's
vein.
not a
and
bone.
this is
It's a.
Touch it. Everyone touch it and tell me what it is. I'm making it like it, just making it exciting. Nothing. It's part of the meat.
It's just part of it.
Yes. It's not a gid. Maybe it is. No, it's not. No.
It's just muscle.
It's muscle. It's like tendon. You know. You see this? let's take this. Let's
Yeah,
take away
let's
this garbage. And,
But look, it's coming right out. The blood that was passing.
this is over here,
No.
but the blood doesn't. See, the blood goes along the
Yeah,
back
but
over
look at
here.
what's next to it. Look where it
Yeah,
is. Follow this.
let's see. Let's see. See this? This is all garbage that we can take away. This is the not the blood vessel. You see? Clean up. You have such a thing,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one that will just throw everything in and then once you
I come prepared.
Feed it to the crows.
this is
Another ravine.
blood. Well, it could be also a vein, but it's not that's not the Yiddish, it's not the total about it. It's probably I think no, this is some of the veins, but it's not enough. There's a many things coming off these things, but we're not worried about. We're gonna be worried about only this one here. Slowly, because we don't know. Again, so we said this has to come out of here, right? Here and here. This is you see here?
You have it with you.
No, but this is the blood one. This is blood.
That's
You see it's hollow, you can see even that it's hollow inside. Let's see. Interesting. Here, the blood one is bigger than is thicker than the vein. In this hollow, it's not that way. See? There. Okay, now over here.
Well, let's pull this.
Okay, we're gonna take out till there, but you have to remember, as it doesn't go this way, it goes this way, right? So when it goes this way, it branches off. It branches off into here also, right? Not this way, but as it comes down. So here, I'm gonna cut this way.
Meat. Put it there.
You see here? Now, look, this is also all branches a bit. Look, feel. Everyone put your finger around there. You feel how it goes into the meat. Feel, and it branches off even more.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So this is where. You see? Look, see small branches in there going down. So this is when you do this is not.
But this you said was not necessary.
Oh, so what do you do? Reverse reserve. You stick your finger as much as possible
Get
this,
out.
and to get as
Whatever
much
you can
out.
reach.
Right. Look, see.
So you don't need to dig all the way in, just off of
Not
that
what,
vein.
what I said you don't have to do means that, and when you do it, you take apart the meat
What?
and slice it open and see how far it goes down or whatever, this way, this
No,
way.
this you don't need, just as
you
far
don't
as
need.
your
But look,
finger
you
goes.
see this? You see these things? Look, it goes very. Oh, just put in your finger, you feel how it you see.
Right, you
there's
can
a
go
few-
all the way
and
down,
There's a few, you feel a few like a branch.
Got it.
Yes, good.
Right?
Oh wow.
Want to feel it? Naviv, that's nice.
Navid.
Naviv.
You feel that?
Mm-hmm.
And those and you want to know this all these giddiv inside. If you look in the Tananism, they have names. This could be part of the Karamatzi or this is not Karamatzi. You know, have name of the veins when it's in this piece of meat. Or this piece of meat, I think it's called the calf. Right. So I'm gonna as I put in my finger. This
And it's something that you can rip with your finger?
So only what you rip with your finger, but you don't have to go deeper,
as
right?
much as you can go.
As much as you can reach.
But you want to know something? That's what I asked Rabbi Weissfeld. I never asked him about this. When we do a fallow there, and you stick your finger in, you get pretty deep. When you do this is much bigger. But the feel cheshem that he says is the exact same thing. Look at it. Look how far you can go in.
Did you go to Ferretti? Did you heat it up? Where'd you do the elk?
I never did elk for Rabbi Weissfeld.
Okay.
I did the elk. Rabbi Weissfeld said we should do the elk, and I went to Rabbi Goldberg to do the elk. But he knew that.
Which goes? Sleep?
What? There's nothing over it. But look how far it goes in.
Yeah, but it also goes all the way down.
Right. But now there, you put in your finger, you feel like it's nothing anymore. It's like it doesn't become so thin.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. For next step.
Okay.
For what?
I'm gonna cut this and throw this out.
No.
Lots of put at home.
So this is so. I'm sure Rabbi Elton has found this. But this is something that Israel they don't do. They never did. They did.
Wait, why would he have a problem?
No, I mean instead because they are like that. That's exactly. They open up the whole thing because they don't. Well, that one.
Sfardim go.
It's not to do with Sfardim. That has to do when we do a beef steer.
Wait,
You know what I'm saying?
There's a difference between
the way they do it, from what I never saw him do it. He said they do it backwards. The way Rabbi Weissfeld is doing it, he's starting with the main kid. He's digging down because he doesn't care if the bottom of the kid gets destroyed because he's not taking it. The Eretz Yisrael, if you do the behemoth, not a kind of behemoth, you need all those little parts to come out. So they start from the little parts and work their way up to the big parts. Okay, let's try barbecue. Oh, that's bad.
I have a little.
This is good.
Oh, yeah. Okay, where are we? Now this one. Now if you see, go to this one, yeah?
Deep. Yeah. This for the tone, this for the snap.
Now look at this. Look, come here.
See, it's coming here, right here.
Right there. Where's it going?
Pull it again. Look,
Let's see where it's going. Let's see where it's going. And we'll
right
see.
here.
One second. That's not it. Oh, no. This is it. Okay, look at it. Here it is. You see?
Right.
Okay, now. Where's it gone? To which hole?
Here.
One second.
Keep pulling it.
This is what plant branches
That's
into
it.
too, right?
That's it. Oh. Excuse me? Look at this. Look, put your finger there. Follow this line.
First to the second one.
It's going to this one, to this one.
Branching. Yeah, this is exactly what we said.
No, look, see, look at this. See, this is the main branch. Look at this. You see this? The small branch is attaching to this. But where's this going to? Where's the main?
Here.
Is that what we said that's where it comes out? No, it's not coming to this one.
One up.
No, come here.
Further up.
Go this way, like this.
Go here.
It's going straight here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Put your finger like this, go along with. Let's see if we can get pull the pair. Okay? You see a branch coming over here. So is this what we said? That's where it starts out?
That's
Okay.
That's the first hole after the shin.
Right.
Got it. So there
Okay.
are 4 holes that are significant for moving the get a nut. If somebody
what
wanted to
is-
start
what
with
is
the
this?
spinal cord, they have to identify the 3 top holes. Correct? The bottom. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Look at this. But you have to go slow to see. Okay. So this is it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course the branches are over here. And later when we'll take out the 1, 2, and 3, you see now we're playing around, it's opening up more than one. Look over here, you see? 1, 2, and here's the third one, right?
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. And here it's attached, but later when we'll clean everything else, everything comes up automatically. But here you have it. So that's, I'm gonna take this.
Wait.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll all leave on, don't worry.
I'm not.
You're not talking
Okay.
about
No, why not? I'm not worried.
We have to remember the Gid HaChitzon, it doesn't make a difference to us because we are not tzedaikim. We keep the Rabbanon just like we keep the Rices. Don't forget about it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna keep on calling you. So for doesn't it matters in halacha how you pass me, but the Gid HaChitzon is midrabanan.
Only the pain is the rice.
Only the Pnim is midrabanan. So why this is called Chitzon? That is a whole discussion and why. Okay, so look, so I'm gonna disconnect this from that touches onto the. You see, if I'm pulling this is getting close.
Though is not chitin. Only this is chitin.
Right.
What's this? Right over here, that branch.
I never heard exactly how they would differentiate between this and this. I don't know.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Can I pull this up?
Not yet.
No, hold on. And just cut it from here.
And what?
And continue pulling it all the way down.
No, we're gonna take it out all the way from here.
What would happen if you cut it over?
But you have to clean out this piece, don't you? Just clean out.
that piece wouldn't be good.
And that's where you do it. You get it out. It's nothing. It's very easy.
We went to the Bukharians to see how they did Nikor. And the way they did it, Rabbi, was they grabbed this, like this, cut it here. And they followed all the way to the
And
end,
they left everything in here.
everything in there.
Which is what I just asked. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Okay, so what happens now?
You can clean it out.
No.
What if they don't clean it?
No,
What if
no
they
cleaning.
don't?
I cut it from there. Thank you very
As you
much.
know, the Bukharians, here, so we can be frank. The Bukharians don't have a Lumdisha tradition. They're-
I know exactly. I've seen the Hans.
Right, so they,
And the Moroccans have the same way.
so they just
The
cut it
Moroccans
here,
and the Yemenites.
and they go all the way down there. They make another cut. And they
So
go all
let
the
me
way.
let me explain something. Exactly at which point do you say it's good, and which point exactly is it Chut right? Chut means the spinal cord. Exactly at which point, right?
Right. So wait, I showed Rabbi Chaim. Rabbi Chaim was certifying these Bukharians, and I dragged him into the slaughterhouse, and he said, he speaks Hebrew. Rishayim him, the evil persons, I'll stop him. On these Bukharian shit.
The evil people
Don't look at them.
I'm
Meaning to
We
say,
don't look at Rishayim. If someone's in Russia, then he's a very evil person, you don't even want to look at him.
meaning to say he doesn't he's not sanctioning what they're doing. That's what he's saying.
Well, that's
Exactly.
Really? Is that what he's? I missed that joke. I'm sorry.
It's not. It wasn't a joke. It's Rabbi Chaim talking.
But he said. So that's no good.
You're good too. I mean, you're anything about
And a little bit.
There's a lot. It's all about.
Okay. So let's get
What
you.
all this?
so
This muscle.
This is.
Hey, Ellen, let's do this, Mr. Dar. So
Okay. So now I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut this piece off over here
What we got?
under the branch.
Video.
I'm only gonna cut the branch because we're gonna get this anyways. later. I just want
can we have a mock cut so I can just get that on the camera?
Okay, well, I'll cut the branch over where it touches, where it connects to this
Fine.
part of the machine. And now we're just gonna do it a little roughly already, because I showed you already, so we're just gonna clean it out. So you just cut around the bone, and I have knives. Does anyone else have a knife in his hand?
No, just that one, maybe.
Look, you see how I'm opening up? Now, look, you see how it goes in?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's so much around it. You see this sheath? You know, these sheaths and all this. Chas v'shalom, I'm sure I know, but people have ripped tendons, or all these things. And this little thing over here that could be ripped, I mean, using it around the nerve could bring inflammation, and that's what this discs. Discs is something, this isn't this. What I'm talking about, it's like a sheath around it, right? I'm saying, well, are you gonna, so you're gonna ask me, what's this? Is this a nerve or it's not? But there's so many tendons and elastic, I forgot the name, but they're called, all around the nerves, around the bones, and so many little things, and every little thing has a purpose in the body. So this is it. This is where it goes into it. And if you cut around, and usually if I'm eating the American generally, you can't also just cut around the bone. It's very easy to get around. So no, go ahead. So here we're releasing it all around, and I'm going to do move slowly because I want to release it. You should see how it goes.
Is it gonna pop out by itself?
What?
Is it gonna?
We see it popping out over here.
You don't see this? You know, this is jelly between.
Yes.
That's where they inject your chas v'shalom if you have pain. They inject it.
Is it gonna pop out by yourself?
No.
Well, yeah.
But now and a one part goes also.
That's
even
the
further.
eye.
It's going even over here.
No, that's the Dalit.
No, that's the eye. That's the eye I keep
Was-
pressing.
Look at this. Let's open it up over here.
Dalit.
Same letters.
Look at this. Now where's this coming out?
But is that also the thing?
I don't know. I just know that's cleaned up.
Just clean it up. Just get it out. That's all.
Look. Okay. So the way to do it is, you just clean around as much as you can, all the spot you take out. Okay, now let's go this way. So now, clean up this little garbage, clean up as much as possible. Keep the other garbage close to this. Okay?
Okay, so the chitzon does have two branches on top
Now,
that we removed. The first one was the ikr gid, and the second one, whether we call it a ayin, a dalet, or nothing, you did have two branches that you totally removed, correct?
Right.
Okay. Just 1 second. Really, I need my Quran.
1, 2, 3. You see it?
This is when you get to later.
Everything's documented.
Okay, now, for the purpose of, now I can't tell you exactly, again, a big part of this learning is, especially with international, is you have to know practice, but first you have to know this is what's done. To tell you exactly why and what, everything is a little hard or something. I can't always explain everything. If I will sit down with the svarim, I can tell you.
Yeah.
So that's why it's very important, all these things around to clean. See, all, as much as white that you see here, that, you know, take your occupation.
This is just. That's just tendon.
No, this is,
That's the-
it's called in the svarim marekas, it's like silver.
So the silver tip rose?
Silver tip rose, right.
That's exactly
So
what
in many pieces of see, this is has silvery colors, right? So you have many times in the sifrei when you clean, you have to clean till the mari kasef, or you have to take off the mari kasef. It's exactly what the English term of it. I don't know exactly now. I can ask the
silver tip, that sounds...
no, that's in the butcher term, but there's a medical term for it too.
And now, now you're just
Now-
cleaning up. Right
Now,
this is
and in
clean,
general,
right?
you have to remember, whenever you clean the gate, and even by chalef, once you hit basa, you hit meat, you're done. Meaning, say, well, if you find things under meat,
You don't need
that's,
to anymore.
you don't need it.
Nope, of course.
I took off that, remember that's a Taurus muscle. I have a Roman anatomy book, so just the Chum book, the anatomy book also, which has beautiful pictures, just to get you an idea.
You can connect it to each other. I mean, maybe you could know.
I told you, he told me he didn't write about
You
it.
know what Mahmoud told me. He made it down
Now look
so
at this.
people wouldn't know he was very well.
Oh, this goes further, and this goes into here, it goes all the way down. And the truth of the matter is, if look,
Anything
But-
after a fingers.
now with Rabbi Weissfeld,
not here.
no, this goes further into other pieces of meat and everything, and you can feel it going in and splitting. You go as deep as you can. This look, if you feel it hits the bone. Feel how it hits the bone.
Before you do it, you just hold it over here. So I can just take it.
What?
My camera. Yeah, I have to wait till it calms down because outside.
You see this? Let me put in between. Look at this. Look at it in between. Look. Split this, and you see you have two. This is a blood vein. You see the blood in this, right? And right next to it is the other. Look, you see this is blood going over here. And there's also a small part of it going over here. So all these things you clean up. See? You can open it more if you want, and you take off as much as possible.
But this is just.
No, but also because it's all his spatzle. It's knife. It's going. It's his spatzle.
These are
means
knuckles.
branching. Knifings means where branches off. That means knifings, right? So
This is
like-
still part of the eighth or the
This is all the eights. Eights means the trunk.
Right.
So where's the trunk and rear branches? You have trees that have got some thick branches going on also, right? You understand what I'm saying? Well,
Yeah.
if you feel around here, you'll see. You'll just feel. This goes into the bone already. It's like very. Look at it. It's like touching
Yeah,
the bone.
it's-
and,
Can I just interrupt? Does everyone know? Okay, so the halacha is that you have to remove the git hanash.
feel weird
It's
going
not
how
the rice
it
of the
feels.
minhag, it's removed. No,
Grab this, grab the whole
it's
thing.
already,
It's just
Right, but
That's
there's
why it
still
says knuckles.
branches
It's
going
not
into
the
pieces of
gate.
meat over here.
It's
The
a
branch.
derabana, right? It's a very serious derabana, but it's only derabana.
It still goes and,
So
and,
what
and
is
it
it,
keeps on going. It
Yeah,
goes down.
it'll never end.
When I pinch you, give me a hand.
Whole thing.
Every
When I
There's
pinch you,
whole thing
give
is
me a
derabana.
hand. You feel
But
it?
on the other
The
one,
nerve
on
goes
the other
till the
side,
end.
it's going to be derabana.
There's the long.
Right.
Okay.
That goes alongside the door.
But this is only what you need is a finger.
This is how they. When I say you have to take it as much as you can.
As your finger can go in.
Right, and you have to really work. It's not just like.
Right.
If you want, you can go even deeper. But I'm just telling you what Rabbi Weissfeld at the time told me. And again,
For behemoths, though, you have to.
for behemoths, you have to. That's what I'm saying.
You dissect it, basically.
You didn't even take this out. Why? Because by splitting of this muscle and taking this thing in the middle stays. Right. The kitchen doesn't stay so exposed. Whatever. I mean, I'm just trying to. You should understand it. I'm going to stick in my knife here, and you go around as much as you can, like you turn around the knife, and it comes out as much as you can. I would love you if you would have a video of the whole thing and you would show it to our girls, and you would like just look at it again to make sure I'm doing things right.
I don't say that. He said
Yes. No, there's no such. That's not true. That's not true.
Never get a
I'm telling you, there's nothing to be
2-hour
embarrassed.
video.
A person, and I'm telling you, this is,
It's not exactly the best
no, but one
angle
time,
either.
one first time, I'm telling all you guys, and I tell to everybody, there's nothing to be embarrassed that you don't know or you forgot something, because because all the problems and politics that you're having, you guys live out in Great Neck. I'm sure you have your politics, but not like we have in the Mochereg, in the more and more and more. Like, and I'm telling you, it all has to do when you can't, when you have to be able to accept
So
you made
you
a
went
mistake
all the way down.
as much as possible.
You even stuck the knife all the way in.
Yeah.
Now, but look,
You don't do that.
there's a part that goes over here. Look at this. This goes into here. Look at this.
There's a bunch of them.
Look, it branches all over.
You just have to keep following it along.
Yeah, but you can't do the whole thing.
But this is only on the outside. This is easy.
Look, this is the Chitz, you want to take it and show.
Picture?
So look,
Correct moment.
what you do, you clean it as much as possible. It's good to clean.
There's no chelef in it, is there?
There's no cheder.
No, Shuman
Shuman. The main Shuman Agid is what we call on the other side. That's,
Okay, so this is not.
of course, we clean everything up. We don't want to see white is not good. It's not good. People don't like to see white. Because if you see white, when people scream if there's scenery on the foot. Oh, there's chaylev. People come to butch chaylev, when they make all tumult and this fight's going on. I was on a foot. There's no chaylev on the
But
foot.
Shuman
these
Hagid, this is not Shuman Hagid. You're saying proper to remove, but it's not Shuman Hagid.
I can't say for sure it's not, but it's probably not Shuman Agid. This is everything. Shuman Agid is, you'll see on the other side how it's like
It's fat.
fat that takes around. Shuman, touch the words. Shuman Hagid means the fat of the gid, meaning to say the gid, like you see, the gid is encased in so many things. Every vein is encased with many things. So the vein, if you take out the vein by itself, it's a string. You'll see it.
As long as. Okay.
All this.
So what are you removing this for?
This
For what
is-
purpose?
Because
Just to make
Looks
it that
good.
you don't see any white.
No, that's not my question. Is this you're just butchering it properly,
yes,
or this is halakha?
yes, no. Let me tell you, it's a good
Butchering?
practice. It's a good practice because that's how you make sure you don't miss anything. You see this? This is the Marrakesher, but there's something connected over
Wait,
here.
I thought this is not the market.
This-
Everything is
more.
Marrakesher. This part,
all
Marrakesher
over,
is
it's all over here.
color of meat.
Okay, so
I'm just saying
Silver.
So the silver you don't want even have to take off, but see these extra pieces. Why not? Just take it off. It looks better. Like here, you see, and you try to see.
And those are pinocchios, right?
Right. So if you clean it up,
Those are not crackers.
No?
it did go in. It went
When
in.
you're pulling out
What
now,
is this over here?
Yeah, but it's you stretch it, it falls back. Something falls back in. So if you open up, you can find more and more.
Okay, so
But I don't have to go so deep.
That's what I'm asking. Okay.
But it's a good practice to make sure everything that's white you take off. Clean up as much as possible. But this is also. Oh, there's so much over here. Now you see this? This is good clean also. This is a plug. You see this is our vein. Those are the ones we got still gonna arrive.
They arrive on supper time. They told me they'll arrive 10.
Supper time 10 means tomorrow.
10 a.m. No, they're very.
No.
10 a.m.
After 12.
See like this, look at this.
They're getting in their car.
I arrived 3 hours late to supper. It's bar mitzvah, and I wasn't the last one who walked in.
This was Suzanne.
You're early. You were there before him, bro.
A sharp knife is the most important thing that a knife has to have.
I heard you were late for it. He was there before the caterer.
I was there before the family.
No, everyone knows. This 7:30 means 9.
Yeah. I go in the closet. It's written on the piece of paper that's on our neck, to the best of my ability. Tonight I was a little late, but that's okay.
Me too. Actually, you were early because you were before me.
We're gonna do this now.
We're
We're
going to start without this, so.
So we're gonna look at it just again. When we finish the other side, we go back to the side always to look at it. Now we have to remember this thing that
You were cutting a lot after you told me. I dug in your
yes,
finger.
just
that
to
was just
clean.
cleaning up. There's no.
Oh, well, this over here,
Or,
all this over here is not an issue, right?
No, but when you do it, you take it out because you never know what you. It's good practice to clean.
Halachically, do we need it or not need it?
yeah. But no,
So again,
Bring us
again.
closer so he's not,
you got it.
The
Again,
whole
listen to
idea
this.
is that you
So
don't
let-
come
let-
across something else.
Okay, so let me tell you something.
But you will come
I'll
across.
explain to you. No, you can back around. You get that feeling when you get that feeling that you never know somebody's gonna come and scream and say you didn't do it right. So you always have that thing, the people are so confident in themselves. This is what, nothing more, not an inch more. That's already too much. You get that feeling, take it as much. It's not really meat that you're taking. It's not like you really. So you always have the feeling, cut a little more, and especially with this, even though I say Rabbi Weissfeld, because actually, but the truth of the matter, even though the minig was, you don't have to do more, but you have that feeling, let's do a little better. You always have that, you always try to be a bit, frummer and better, but that's what it is. In actual, if Rabbi Weissfeld, you might say, you don't need more. Rabbi Weissfeld explained to me that chit means where it goes into the meat and that's it. See, it's over here, but if you want, you go, you clean it up a little. I used to, people who know how to use a hook, things are much easier.
Right, so this is already in the meat, so technically we don't really need to,
You don't
but we're
need
here already, so might as well.
Right.
Got it.
You're too accepting of this.
It's a little
I'll just
machmir.
Believe me, I always have whenever I do anything.
Right. Okay. Because our
I
goal
need maybe if you get a good salad, I'll
is to put out
psychiatrist.
something that we say this is what you have to do. So if we're
I'm
writing in our
quoting
book,
exactly my Kabbalah. I heard from Rabbi Weissfeld that this is what you have to do.
and that's it. And everything else you're cutting is just because you
It's
like
bonus, just to make it
Right.
look. It's bonus. It's the gravy.
No. Don't tell me bonus. It's just
But I'm telling you again, just like you see, before that was this little jumble of fat and everything, and you cut the things come clearer to you, right? You have to do many animals slowly till things become, it becomes recognizable to you. See what you're doing. So that's why you have to, and it's always good you have somebody else looking over your shoulder. And even though, by shchita, if you ever work in a plant, they always give you knife to other shaykhim, and it's much easier for somebody else to find something in your knife than you find in your own knife. It's a joke, but it's true. That's why you give it always to somebody. So if I'll be by shchita and be manak, and then someone says, hey, over here, it's just preferable. That's how it is. Because if you have two people,
It's a different perspective.
it's a different perspective, and it helps. Of course, some people get very antsy about it. Somebody looking over the shoulder. But if you work it out in a nice way, you just complement one another. Okay. So now let's turn it over. So then I think you took a whole.
So,
you
okay,
take
I
it
have a
over.
question.
You must know something.
The Sephardi way of doing operating it, is it more intense?
This is not Sephardi, and this is not Ashkenazi. This is the way it's done.
Right.
There's no
Let's say
difference.
Rabbi Elkin,
That's why I
for
wanted
example.
Rabbi Elkin here.
Right.
Steve Wells is the same, but we don't have him here, so we're not talking about it. No offense.
That's why I was.
But we're not.
I just wanted to know that, like Rabbi Elkin, he would be.
See, when you
visiting
sold
the
this, when you sold
What
this,
other vein are we? Rebbe Chaim would interject to this so far.
Okay.
Remember.
I'm just trying to
Bulgarian,
understand.
Moroccans do very, very little.
Much
Very
less
little.
than this. You're saying.
Even I'm talking about sheep and goats, they mamish it. But it is a sefer written by a Taimani where it's got beautiful pictures. The way it's like the Gemara. It's almost like the Gemara. Like even a little more than the Gemara. That's it. I have the sefer at home. So I like it very much. I love it. Because you see, even though I won't do it that way, but I think it's very important for them to.
But remember, there's older Rabban.
Right.
Right, I understand.
We're not talking about the right story.
Just the famous story of the Chazanish. The famous story. That they're arguing about Shemitah and Yisrael, and one row, and Chazanish goes back and said, it's anyways only Omer Derabana, and the Chazanish got up and said, you're right, it's Omer Derabana. We have how would you say, we have any type of, can you ever imagine what a Derabana means?
Right, but the thing is,
Right, it's very important to know.
you could have a lot of leeway in terms of what community or not.
If you're talking about the rights, I'll show you what could be, what possibly is the only the rights of a notion will be very.
Is the other side.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, not all, but all of that.
Fine. That's what we wanted to do.
Now, but on this side, then, you're
Yes.
done.
It's basically done. This has to be cleaned up.
You don't have to
Meaning
go
to
down
what?
to this area.
Just removing like the.
No, because here this is this is bone, right?
So, but
Right.
I thought that would go all the way further down. Can we talk
Okay,
about
so
how it
this,
goes further
so
down?
if you look at pictures over here, it does go further.
Rabbi, after we do the second slide, I think it's going to be clear. I think the part that goes here is not from the feet and from the feet.
So it's
That's over
but my
here.
question is, it stopped now?
No, it keeps it going. There is knikeness, meaning there's a kern that's called a kern that's in a gopluch, and I think another one going into here. But we're not worried about that. We're never going to see a kern that's. We're never going to see antlers of a deer in the meat, because we're not going to slice open the meat and ruin the meat, because we don't do that by it.
Okay, fine.
That is a very important thing, and I'm telling you right now, wherever you're going to go and do it, the people who don't know, you're going to get screamed at. I'm just telling you, remember?
We're not worried about getting straight up.
No, I'm just telling you.
I had one more question. I said, I cut it like this with a reticulating saw. Boom.
What do you gain from this?
Big as
Can I eat all this? As is.
No, there's a little that has to, you'll see soon, we have a little have to take it
From
out.
the feet.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's right.
But also, the Rabbanon.
No, we're not.
Okay.
We like the Rabbanan too.
Now this part over here, I didn't touch. This on the inside, it has to be cleaned out. There's blood over here that has to be cleaned out. Everything has to be cleaned out. Now,
Wait, we have to take some food at once.
okay. This is very, very important. So I thought
This is the outer part.
This is the outside. Now, if you can see clearly, you see the muscles. Every muscle has a name in Hilchos Nikor, in physical therapy, of course, and it's called, I think, myology. Myology is the study of muscles.
Rabbi, hands up.
Oh, hands up. Just put them together. It's numbered, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm sorry, I hate making people work. Put it on. No, leave it open. I want to show a picture. Put it on here. Hold on again. I just want to show another.
This is the half.
Look at this picture.
Just hanging the half.
You see?
All the different muscles.
Quarters.
And everything has a name. This is a steer. It's different a little, but everything has a name. This is called the chach. This is the calf, or kashka. This is called the check my back over here. It's over here. This is on over here. This is the crushes. It all has a name.
What's the most important? What is the exact house?
Okay. Asha ala kaf. What's the kaf? So we have in the Hilchos Nikor we have meat that's called kaf, but that's not what the Torah means. Asha ala kaf. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you one thing. The Torah, the machlokes in the Gemara. So we know already here. Here is the shin, not the shin, the spine, the spine. The spinal cord goes and it comes out and it goes through. And then comes up three, comes together, and it goes through the whole leg, and it goes and it splits into everything. Now, with what did the Torah? What the Torah said, Yaakov Avinu. So, when it happened when the Malach punched Yaakov Avinu, he was limping. So the way we learn the Chumash Rashi, and that is the most simple way. That's the most, I shouldn't say the most true way, but to understand, we know that it moved away from it. The Gid Anosha moved, and that's how he was limping. So, I'm going to try to. We have to condense things, and not because again, whatever I say, it's not final. You have to take, everything you have to learn over and over. So that vein that innervates and makes you move and everything, it gives the muscle the message from the brain and everything, as we know today and everything, which they always know, goes from the spinal cord and it goes through the meat. Now, it comes, let's over here. Okay, right? It goes like the animals a little. It goes over here. It moves this way, it turns, and it goes down. Right? It goes, let's say, okay, here it is. It goes like this. It goes a little over here. You'll soon see how it goes over here. It turns around. Now, put your feet over here. Everyone, what do you feel here?
Bone.
What bone?
The hip.
The hip. That's like the hip bone.
Wait. I'm a little behind. It goes. This is how it goes.
Goes like
Starts
this,
over here.
Yeah.
around the hip bone, and down. You'll see it as soon as I open up. You'll see it. Okay. Now listen to this. The Gemara is a machlokes, but let's see how it's passed. Shmuel says, "Lo asra Torah ella ala kaf." The Torah prohibited. The part that's prohibited by Torah is the part that is on the kaf. Only. Then they find later in the Gemara. One second. You find later in the Gemara is a machlokes of Yehuda and Rav Meir regarding something else. The Rabbanan argue with this with Rav Yehuda, and the Rabbanan argue. The Rabbanan say, "Oh no, here," but Rav Yehuda says that the Issa is the whole gid. Whatever that means.
Sorry.
So,
what is the kaf?
okay. So there's many discussions and everything.
Just
Simply, how, and you'll learn the son and listen, he explains it very simply. This is called, here, this bone comes and sits into one another like a spoon. It goes over here, this part, and it turns around. Asha ala kaf is this part as it is. Exactly where it turns, that is the deraisa, and that's how we pass it in Shulchan.
So from here to here.
Something like it. A little shorter maybe.
Okay. Hang on.
This is probably where it goes.
So you're saying from here to here is
Is
the
the
Araita,
Deraisa.
and that's it. Everything else we take down here is the Rabbanan.
There is a mandam in the Gemara that says
That's where Yaakov
the
got
whole,
hit by the angel.
and it got moved, and because he was limping. This is just to make it more interesting, but that has no bearing on what
I understand.
Right? The Rabbi Yehuda says no, it goes the whole thing.
And that's the spoon, right? That's the top that we're talking about. Right, the ball where it
that
goes.
is right. When you pop your hip out of the joint, the ball that goes
And
into
it's like makes like
It's
this.
called Buket
Where it
Da'atma.
is.
That's it.
Exactly.
Just like
I got
it's
you.
just
Buket
like
Da'atma.
that's what the
It's
book
just
down
like-
to the stuff we dealt with. Whenever we have those
Right.
chickens and it's bleeding inside and we say that's attached, that's the same part.
Mm.
The ball joint.
And hip, exactly where, this is the hip, and this is what I work on a nursing home as a rabbi, but this is what they make money of. People break the hip.
dislocated hip bone.
Not dislocated or breaking. Elder people, they break the hip.
Yeah, they break
That's
it
where the
even
doctors
when
go
they
in
sit,
and
they break it.
And they kill
So,
them.
yeah. Well, that's what. Okay.
Put pneumonia.
Now,
Or see death.
Okay, now what?
now we'll have to open it up and start working. So where do we open up? So this is by a deer, even by a goat. It's very prominent. It's very easy to see. Beef maybe also, but
Sorry,
this is
I'm
it's
going
red
to,
and
I'm
white.
going to cut you off again. So this is the calf, that's the das, that's the, but we say the,
No, well,
we expand our depth.
that is called asha ala kaf. When the
Asha ala
pasuk
kaf,
says.
okay.
Now, but this piece of meat is also called kaf.
Right. And where does that go?
It goes all around. Some people, some sifrinikim call the inside part of meat, or not the muscle called the meat, and this is called the kashka, and different
Right, so
names.
that's not consistent.
Right.
But we
But
pass
mainly this is called the
we expand the deraisa. We don't say that the deraisa is just here. We say deraisa goes further south.
No, we don't pass them that way.
What do we pass?
We pass in like Shmuel, like Asra Torah Ella Lakaf, which is only this part.
So let me. Sorry.
So before you're asking me about the deraisa, but let me tell you something. You will very rarely find in the Shulchan Aruch like mentions it and that's it.
Right.
They never in the Sifri they very little speak about it. In the later in today that what is exactly
Now the reason why we're asking is because now we go to the Bukhari in person and I'm eating at someone's house and he says, well the chicken, don't worry, it's not Bukhari. I know you don't like the guy, but last week I had meat that was menacred by the Bukhari. So it's not Asher Kalo, I can still eat it in his house, I just can't. Right?
okay, that's a still in itself. Yeah, probably. You can say other things. No, it's the bono. He's eating his house a whole different.
It's not gonna
If you were there, it was under OU supervision, so it's okay.
Right.
It's like Grisha would say. You asked me a political question.
No, it's not, there's nobody that says that's what he's doing.
Okay, what's next?
So now we have to open this up and start taking out the Gira Krimi, which is the right. And nobody came?
No.
Okay, so this is many times when you make a mistake, and this is here, it's very easy. People start cutting over here. I made that mistake many times, and it's a different muscle. If you do this, I'm telling you, and if you want to learn the studies of Nikor and to go through this by the way, just to let you know, I heard. Aaron Kashitsky, you know? He's brought a safer and it's on the boat coming to America as safer on Nikor.
Oh yeah?
I just heard somebody told me yesterday about it, like a week ago.
Trying to think if you ever had it come down.
You know, I don't know if he was ever by the days.
No, if he came down to give us a show us. Yes, he did.
Who is he?
Krasinski, yeah, he did.
Krasinski.
He's the one who works with in like Lincoln.
Was he the one with the
Yeah, he's the one. He was at Jared's
Oh,
house.
that guy was great.
Sam Sagin, that's his. No.
Yeah, no, he was teaching. No, he was teaching us how to be an actor in the fuck out.
Yes. He's one of the greatest actors around.
That was the Canadian?
No, that was the person who there was basically nothing left when he was done.
Who was the Canadian? Were you the Canadian?
I'm not a Canadian.
No,
I'm
he
American.
was Canadian?
Krasinski was the one who came to Jared's house. He brought us each like 50 pounds of the most delicious meat most of us ever had.
Yeah, that was the Canadian. I think he's originally from like Toronto or something.
So what he did with us is he went through every single photo to show us what they meant, and obviously at the end.
He knows nothing.
We had plenty of meat left after that.
Aaron Kashitsky is a person who knows his stuff.
Okay, what do we do next?
Look at this.
So this is all
So what's the halacha with this? What do we do?
Cut it
This
out.
is Malika. I'm a Malika.
Oh, okay. So,
Is the table gone?
but we have some
No.
shifts here, so what do we do with this?
Oh, you have to clean it out or cut it up and.
Yeah, it's just a blood clot.
Yeah.
Just take it out. It's no big deal.
It's also this is.
No big deal. It's meat.
You
No
see,
big deal.
I imagine butchers will be more concerned leaving it because they salt it shouldn't become too salty and then. My name is Ashkenazi. If you know how he cuts away meat, you know. I mean, you've seen him actually. You guys, you've seen Ashkenazi.
He's so
We
fast.
saw him chef the deer.
Yeah.
It was a thing of beauty.
The laugher, the smirk at the end was the
That's it.
That was it.
You see it.
You know.
I think no, this is good. You can't even. This is like good.
But there's nothing to eat over there.
These mussels, but they're not good. These are things that they get. I think they throw it into the ground.
Animal.
Yeah.
This is hot dog meat.
This is elk meat. It's elk burger.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the jerky. The jerky.
That's jerky stuff.
Hey, jerky they make it out of everything.
Right.
Before
I
you
got a guy
cut-
who's gonna make.
No, don't
whatever-
cut yet. Don't cut. What are you cutting?
I'm gonna cut between this and this.
Okay, so you're gonna cut from here. You're gonna open up from here to here.
It's not so simple as it looks.
Okay, just show me your first cut. Where's it gonna be? Don't
I'm
do
gonna. The easiest thing is to cut over here. Because once you cut over here, you put your finger. It's open. It's like a space. These two muscles don't
Separate.
right.
it.
And then at the end here it attaches to this, and and it's also it's a few parts. It's a few different muscles.
Hands off the picture.
You'll like the end result, Rabbi.
That's fine.
Just rush it.
I didn't have problems with you calling me Rabbi over there. I mean, serious. I just, clean.
Not too bad.
And this, you have to go at an angle because we obviously cut it, but we'll try to do it as nice as possible. You see right away? See that one?
Yeah.
One second, where's the... You're a chef?
No.
Because he's a chef, not good.
He's a master chef.
No.
There's a contest.
It's a contest. Yeah.
No, if you know a chef, if you see the real butcher, who know how to cut, have knives, and know how to just touch it.
We don't allow those people in there.
No.
People who know how to cut.
No, people who are real butchers. We had bad experience, right?
I don't remember.
We learned that we had.
They know to cut so fast without. I'm just going to get around it.
When you're sticking your hand in here,
I'm
you can just separate it. Very easy.
Yeah, but I'm doing this. I don't do it every day. Those do it fast, just like open it in a minute. And I'm just worried. I don't want to.
I think I saw it.
That's all right.
Well, take it easy. You'll see in a second. You'll be.
He doesn't see it.
No. When he pulls it right.
Yeah, you kind of see underneath there. Yeah.
Yeah. From here you can see it.
One second. You haven't seen anything yet. Okay, let's see. No, one second.
Think of this cliff of this.
Now, I come all the way till the bone. I can cut along the bone, not too deep, and it opens up all the way.
Wow.
See why it's called Pneumy?
Yeah.
It's much better than fallow deer.
Look at this.
Wow.
This is it.
Mm-hmm.
This.
This, it goes all, it's not, you can't finish yet.
Wait, hands out of the picture.
So let's just.
Rabbi Weissfeld, hands out of the picture.
So this?
Mm-hmm. Hang on.
But again, where's the divisor? We'll see in a second.
Higher up.
Look. You see here?
This is the cup.
You see how? Look.
Because it goes around you.
Okay, look, here. You see
Hands
this?
out of the picture.
This goes into here and it goes around over here. You'll soon pick it up. We'll see how.
So
it
where it turns, so basically,
It goes underneath.
I
this.
understand.
It's underneath.
I
this.
understand, but like from here, you're saying
goes. From here
from
till
here
here.
up is deraita, from
Right.
here down is derabanan.
Right.
Got you.
I'm just going to expose it a little
No, not too much because. No.
No. Don't. That depends
Oh,
for a
you need-
reason. Well, it's going to be much easier if you get good pictures.
Whatever you say, Rabbi.
Much appreciated.
I haven't done this in how many years?
Don't be nervous. Don't worry. We're all friends here.
Well,
How many did you do?
At the time we did them.
Hundreds.
100. No, there's no hundreds of years. They don't. Not so.
you can't get somewhere. But we're going to do it, Ellie. We'll do it.
We're doing it. We're getting there.
Now look at this. I just want to show you. You see this? Yep. There's 3 over here. Come. It is moved. I mean, there's another one, and then all
There's
goes
your
into
shit
the
over
meat.
there.
Look at this, you see
Gotcha.
this? How this comes in and goes into here,
Yeah.
and this goes into the this part of meat is called the chech. If you heard about Ashkenazi in Goshen,
Yes.
how many times do you squeeze? Dem Kaf mit dem Chech. Dem Kaf mit dem Chech.
I wasn't paying any attention at all.
This is the Kaf mit dem Chech. And the Czech and Team Miller was speaking with the Rus, with the Russian. You know, the Czech is the Czech. And
The Czech.
You know, that's the joke. I'm gonna start it up all the way. Okay. Now look at this. So all this. This is where the meat all goes into it goes right into here. You see? And this is what we told me what you have to do.
Wait, stop before you cut off.
You saw how? Did you see how you take the picture? How it goes in?
Yeah.
Now it doesn't have to be behind. It just you see. I cleaned off all the meat. I went inside, and that's what he said.
You don't have to go further than that.
Right. Open it as much as possible. Now it's full of fat here. Full of fat here. You see more fat over here. That's showing I get. That's what it means. So that's why here we're very important that whatever we do, just make sure everything is
Closer to the.
make sure everything is white. You see here also.
Not
You see
white.
this?
Dark.
I mean, whatever's white, you take it. You see over here also.
Wait, don't cut it. You have to another minute. The camera's a good camera, but it takes its time. Alright, now you can put back. Thank you. Sorry. Okay.
This one just then it releases itself also. Okay? You hear this?
It's a bone.
It's the bone already. Bone. Okay? This also. So you can release it over here. But this is not a vein. What it is, no, it's part of the also maracas, you see? On the whole, and this meat has okay.
Well, this
so
is the
all
other. This
maracas.
is the bottom.
Right, so you can clean it up to make it nicely. You see? But as much as white you took off, and that's fine.
How do you know the difference between the Mara Kesef and the
Thank you, Ellie. Yes.
and the
What I
and
mean,
the, and the kid?
This bothers me a lot.
What's this? What's this? You said this is the Mars Kesef, but how do you know that's Mars Kesef rather than
This is
the,
me. You see, look at this. It's not a gate. Look at it. You see?
I'm just asking, how do you know the difference?
Look at
It's
it.
not as.
Look here. Look. This is the
I can
kesef
see
and
over
this
here
is the
very
kid.
very clearly. Right. So this I can see the
This is
difference.
not. Look at it closer now. It's just on the meat.
Maybe I'm just at a bad angle.
Look.
Right here?
You see the difference.
I do see the difference.
But
is
here,
similar.
but this you don't see the difference
Similar.
quite as
No, no,
much.
you
I
do.
see.
You
Okay.
touch
I mean,
it, touch it.
yeah. Now I feel it.
It's on the meat. It's not a. It's not a separate. It's part of the.
It's part of the meat. If it,
yeah. That's a difference.
Okay,
Okay.
so
And
let's-
this over here, inside here.
What's it? The meat has fat inside it also.
Okay,
It's no
I'm just
fat.
asking. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I want to
you
know
can
what
ask.
the-
Don't worry, Ellie. If it's
Like
not
jelly
bounced,
on
I just kick you.
Yeah, get the balance.
So I want to show you some, not just in general. You look at the books, and then if you look at these farm and the books, you'll see, the anatomy pictures are very. This goes down till over here. This probably it goes even further till the toe. But we spoke about that, and then but it keeps on. It branches off many places here. I don't know if we can count exactly, but to me, like in my mind, I have like a picture. It has to be like five. Okay, so these branch off all the way goes to the bottom. Some go straight to the bottom. One goes over here and finishes off over here, and then a few goes into one of these few pieces of meat. Now, when like I said before, with beef, right? When you have beef, this whole piece of meat comes off, and it's called and it's three pieces of meat which get opened up, split into
Ossobuco, or
what?
this would be the ossobuco over here.
Ossobuco means
It's just cut.
is any way that you cut meat and
With
bone.
the bone,
That's
right.
right. Yeah, but in the kosher store they make ossobuco on the front of the. Also, I think usually it's the biggest steak, so fine. It's
It's
very.
slightly bigger.
And the art of butchers is they find anything anywhere.
What you're saying is on the beef, they cut it open so they could get out all the pieces.
Right. All right. Because see this. Look at this. Okay, well, Susie, let's try to clean it out. I'm just gonna try to concentrate a little, just to make sure I'm doing the right thing here. Okay, so be with me a minute. See, this is also a little. This is much more bigger than the. Because once you cut it off, see, look at this. So you always try to grab as much as possible. And here you have to clean up as much as possible. You see? Now look at it. You see? This here. This one also. It goes into here. It keeps on going. It keeps over here. You saw when I cut over here that went over into this piece of meat. It's going into this piece of meat. And all this.
This is the
Look,
only you need finger deep.
As much as.
A finger deep.
It's not. I wouldn't see. You're not saying finger deep. I'm saying that
As much as you can get.
because I'm not because you're talking relative to what we're doing here, but I'm talking relative to what we're doing to our beef. So that's the beef, which means taking everything out. So here you do as much as you can. You clean out.
With that, you don't have to.
But on a chaya, as much as you can get.
Right, but you try very
You won't
hard.
go into. You won't get much deeper only if you cut up no time, which we're not doing. Now, the nice thing to do always is to take it out from here, take out as much as possible, and then work your way around, and then get the shirish. The root of it. It's just much nicer, because once you have the whole thing, it's easy to work around it to get it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to get over here. Okay. Now,
Is this gonna bother you?
we're gonna clean it up. We're gonna want it white. Everything here should be as white as possible. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna open up this piece of meat all the way. This muscle. Just we open up as much as possible.
This is it's like a zonta piece of kitty right here.
Yeah.
This isn't the ground beef right
This is
here.
my child.
That's your toe.
Holland?
I'm joking.
No,
This is going on the
Look, this is very important.
Not all this. is
See
going on
here?
the barbecue,
There's part over here that goes into the meat. You just rip it out as much as you can.
But you don't.
See, this
you don't dissect. You don't. All with your.
Garbage or meat?
This little piece you can't cash it. It's not like. You see here how it goes in? Take out.
There's gonna be elk burgers. There's gonna be jerky.
It's much harder to find through the veins.
And for a behemoth, it's just. Wait.
This, I think, this one is like the back all the way to all the back one. This is really it's much tougher on an elk, which you just cut it off like this. This goes more. See, okay, finish it over here. One, and another one over here.
What's that?
No.
We're going to.
Somebody want to get the fire going?
Right here.
In the house?
No, a little bit.
No.
See, this is a lot of fat. It's much harder to find it. You wouldn't have a. You put that. Let me just sit a few minutes. Sit. Just my back is hurting me a little, so I'm gonna sit.
Which one do you want?
The bottom one, yeah.
There's no chairs here, Rabbi?
I can use this.
You're not that equipped, huh?
We're working on
We
it.
haven't found a person to donate
Exactly.
chairs.
We got meat, we got cages, we got a brooder. Chairs,
Barbecue.
We have
Okay,
a
now.
barbecue. We have two.
You see this one?
Yeah, that's right.
No, I'm going to put. I'll start the barbecue.
No, wait till
We have wood for the.
See this also?
I thought we sold
When he wants to pay $5 each, these are free. Let me deliver.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at the guys. Look at this.
Come on.
See the one on top that goes on top of this piece of meat. This goes and it's going into this piece of meat.
Now that you have to get out.
The same thing. It's the same thing. But if you want, it's just good to feel how it feels. It goes deep, and then
But if you just
grab it and put your finger inside to see how it feels.
But if you cut right there, you're no good. Still no.
You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that.
no, look. Rabbi Weissfeld, we always have a saying:
But look, look,
Asur
look, look.
midiraisa, Asur midirabanan, Asur mishum minhag. You're pulling this out. Why?
This is all part of the Gidanosha that's taken out. Of course, it's all Midrabanan.
Is it
Most
minhag?
of the given, no, it's not many. It's all that's part of the Gidanosha that's taken
Okay,
out.
fine.
This is the Nikor of the Gidanosha, and I don't think any. See this also. See, this is ready because it was colder. It's hot. It becomes very.
It's not really cold.
Well,
When after, if it's not
this has
fresh
been in
after
the fridge
sheet, it's not the same.
for a little bit of time.
See, look at this. I remember telling Rabbi Weissfeld, I'm telling you, see, I count like 1, 2, 3, 4. We're like so excited that I'm counting them inside, like circular. You know, like you feel like it you take it as much as you can. Oh, this is.
You wouldn't be able to keep pulling it out, right?
If I would be by myself and not have to talk, I would just like rip it open and do it. But I'm trying to like to show you guys. But it's hard also. Not enough there. It's so easy to do this. Elk is, that's what I'm saying. That look at this. Look how deep this is going. On a deer, I didn't have to do this because I just took my finger. The piece is smaller. You put my finger, everything like comes out. Just give me the. See this? See, you see how it's you know.
Let me hold this open for so you can take
Oh,
a
right.
picture.
Watch the. We got pictures.
You got it?
Look how far this goes.
Wow.
It literally goes all the way down.
So you got it?
This one goes all the way down. This one, I think.
Yeah.
No, but there's other parts over here that don't, that go into these pieces of meat. This we
Just gonna follow it all the way to
I have your
the
answer.
all the way down.
See this? This one goes till the bottom. This one that came around here that I took comes around till around here. That's where it comes out. Where I took it out over here. Some goes over here. You saw?
Yeah.
But there's more still going in this way. We're not finishing it. You see this? People, when you do it, sometimes you think this is like this. Okay, this is
That's
a
a blood one.
That's not a gid. That's a tendon.
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 And tendons
Look at
are
this. Tendons are with meat. Meat, where? How does it adhere to the bone? Through a tendon. It changes. If you learn the study of Taimus Hagidim, you'll.
That's what we look for.
This is
right.
right, and then the animal. This in itself is a whole. The Gemara says where it's white, where it starts changing. You know all the dinam comes in. That's in itself a whole. Where the sun is this side and that side, and you know where the Rambam and the Rashi and derive it.
If I pulled this, would I be able to pull it all the way out?
Try. It ain't got the.
It's not gonna happen.
No.
Or is it gonna rip?
It's gonna rip. It might rip. Let it try. Look,
Is it gonna
feel it.
rip or-
Feel it. Pull it. You'll see how tough it is. It's a tough thing.
Okay,
So
so
you
what
took out-
happened right now?
You
You
took
ripped
out.
it.
Yeah, you ripped it, but there's not much
at
left.
that.
But there's not. Yeah, but not much left.
But you still got to get out the other piece.
You still have to go all the way there?
You know what we would do like this. Look, you go alongside the bone. Like if you did nick on the front part, you know, in the bone, they open it up just like this.
The Gidel.
Okay, you see?
It's master.
And then you see all the people. This is blood. So,
Alaikum Shalom, how are you?
so when we did nicker, that's
Sorry.
why. This is all obvious. No, I'm saying when we did nicker, that's what I'm saying. He's asking me why we do certain things. When we did nicker, We always did it for butchers, so we just tried to clean it up as much
You
as
make it
possible.
look good, yeah.
Right,
Because you gotta sell it.
Right. So
Yeah.
we did a big part. So even this,
I'm
I'll
with
cut
you.
off the end of the tendon. Even it's not. One second, don't pull anymore. Don't
So
pull
you
anymore.
just pull this right over
Right.
here.
So over here you see, there's
Yeah.
nothing left of it. All that foot, see, look away. You see this? Thumb. You see.
14.
Going. See this?
Champlain Road.
Av.
Look. This is.
Avenue.
This is probably this. Look. See you.
That's what I read.
No, it's not. I don't
Yeah,
know. This is
maybe.
probably not because this is
I
10.
don't
Look
have
at it. You see
Coleman's
10.
number, but if you
It's
give
not
me his
10.
number, I'll be happy to text him.
So that's why you look around, you fish around, you clean around. That's why you understand anything left. You know you get that out. You understand?
No, not that.
Those are the
This is a
main.
nice-
917.
That's
Now.
the
So
book.
here, this you just rip it
So,
off.
Yeah.
Right. So here, you go into here, and you clean as much as possible. See on a deer, if you have a small
Okay,
fallow
I'll text
deer,
you in 1
you
minute.
don't. It's much easier. It's much more open.
With your
smaller.
finger.
Yeah. But also, again, you have if the knife is
So
sharp.
this
you
part that you
clean
just
it
cut
out.
out there, that was a the
That is
the Knocknose, or that's the
That's knocknose of Gedonosher.
that's what I just wanted to know.
It's all connected.
So which
Everything
part,
is connected.
which part is not the Knocknose?
This is called eighth.
This part over here.
This is called like a
It's
tree.
so weird.
Until
Right, it's so weird. It's, over here it starts branching.
And also
in,
not, it goes over here. It's like one goes on top of it, goes into here. You'll soon see this move.
Wait,
We'll
so-
take a
I'm
look.
saying, where does the ATIM end and the
When it
Knocknose
branches-
begin?
Where did the tree end and
no,
where did
I'm
the
saying-
trunk end and the branch
This
stop?
over here, this part.
Where's that? Tell me.
Right. I know, but I want to know this part right over here.
No.
Knocknose or ATIM?
I don't know.
That's what I meant. I don't know.
It
Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
This,
Why
okay,
does it
in
matter?
there- no, it doesn't matter. I'm just,
Knocknose means where
Well,
the branch
I'm asking why you're.
I'm just wondering.
So it's probably it's
Curious.
no,
No, but
I'm sure I'll tell you.
why.
I'll tell
Why
you. No. So you can say.
Yeah.
So if you go what the
What's
root word of
Coleman's last
knocknose means, you can say both ways. And what you find, I'm just going to tell you. You're saying something very important. That's very important to think about. You're saying the word knocknose, right? You have Poiskim writing the word knocknose, writing this, and sometimes they use the same knocknose. And in regard to this is a knocknose.
Right.
In regard to this is an eighth.
Right. So then.
So you right.
But
we have
isn't
to
there a
learn
difference
sometimes the
between
different.
the eights and the Knocknose in terms of removal?
Nice to meet you here. I'm sorry.
Pleasure.
You're done.
Omina Simchas.
I'm gonna go to.
Aktiva Achtima Tova.
I just want to wait for you.
Done.
Ooh, 11 o'clock already. Wow. So here,
That's just beginning. You're gonna pull all nighter this weekend, this Thursday night, like last month.
What are we gonna do? We have a whole other one afterwards, right?
Yeah.
But that's not going to have as much explanation because we're gonna
just cut it out.
you got some holes with
They don't get to ask so many questions. They're always late.
Okay, see? So I like, so this is very, see, but we still have to clean up, we'll get back to it. Okay, so then, let's go over here. Let's start cleaning over here. Look, you see, you take out as much as possible over here, take out this, take this. Now, in between, that's another muscle. You stick your finger in here. Now, look, you see this? And what goes over
It's
here?
underneath it.
I grab this. And then in here, it goes into this muscle over here deeper, and this just like it. See this one here, and innervated this muscle. This one is going here, and innervating it's branching into this a little, but it's branching over into the bottom and innervating that muscle.
So to make it easier, you
Stick your
wouldn't
finger here, and you'll feel this.
understand. To make it easier, wouldn't it be easier to cut this part from right here,
You want to know something?
Flip it over.
100%. 100%.
flip it over, and just
100%. When we did the deers, we did not because we wanted a whole piece. It was beautiful. I did the elk. I was doing the elk and I was doing it this
So-
way. After a while, I decided, why am I doing this? The elk is so big. Why have to do this? And that's why we go. Can I just cut off this piece and just go ahead and do it? And that's what I did.
right, to cut here, flip it over, and then
Because when you do a deer, you want the whole thing. You want to play around. An elk, you're not playing around with all these bones. You just take the meat. You have much more meat. When you have a small animal, you want the bone with the meat. So I was so used to it. So when you learn on deers and all the time on small fallow deer, they're not even right though. Eh?
My video?
Gig.
My gig?
enough gig on your
Does it have sound?
I just got this thing.
Is it
It's got a
taking sound?
500 gig, and haven't used it at all. So.
okay. So you,
Is it taking sound too?
you might need a hard
I don't know. We'll find
Yeah.
out.
You might need a hard drive.
So,
I've never really used this.
so if you really want, we can open this up. But but if you but you're not gonna
cut
run it,
here
right?
and flip it over,
It's not so-
and
you start cutting meat. You just can't cut it. You don't want to ruin nice muscles.
slowly,
So you have to know what you're cutting also. But I'm just talking about a small fallow deer, which is you're probably going to come across faster small deer than you're going to come across elk again. It's nice.
I don't
this
know.
way.
We may have some more elk.
We don't do it now.
No, but Adrabah, if you can cut it off.
I just want to show you, by the way. See what they
Oh.
think he was saying.
So now look at this. We take also over here the same thing. I grab it. See this? This is here. See this? Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. I grab it over here. It goes over here. And I try to take as much as possible. Also, you feel how it branches off, like many little branches into the meat. Now this is bigger. You guys want to feel it? Also, you feel how it goes into this muscle. Go. You feel it.
Yeah. You should feel some playing around. All right. Yep.
Feel it. Ready? Tug of war.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel.
This is a silver tip over here, right?
Silver tip for
Whatever,
us.
it's just whatever. It's silver,
Everything has
I'm
silver.
saying,
Everything
silver,
is.
yeah.
Butchers call it silver. Doctors and
No,
you know call it.
The other hand was good. It's not you I don't like. It's your first.
There you go.
Yeah, fair.
I hope.
Who won in 2015?
But it's so important to understand what you're doing. What you're saying, you keep them to the side. If I would take this apart, right, and somebody will do a foul, do without taking it apart, because hey, you have to take it apart. It's not true. You understand?
Sure.
And by the way, it's not only in meat, it's in every halacha. Kamat in every halacha. In every sitting halacha, you have things that this is the way they paskin and do. This is the way they do. You have Mishnah Berurah, you learn Mishnah Berurah another time. You don't have that. You learn Aruch HaShulchan. He says many times.
I was gonna say you're obviously in Aruch HaShulchan is bad.
Right. You learn this is how they paskin. We never heard somebody Rav should paskin this way and this way. Especially when you take, Shabbos you wrote after the Mishnah Berurah. And he takes issue with the Mishnah Berurah on many psakim. Saying this is a very famous reference. No, Mishnah Berurah came along and changed the whole derech of Psak. It was tzaddik till he got away with it.
Baruch haba, Baruch haba.
Oh, forget Shalom Aleichem, forget. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem.
Listen.
How are you guys?
Shalom Aleichem. I'm sorry from the schmutz. It has Rabbi Weissfeld.
This is only the first one. No, my hands are all over.
Wie heißt Nieden? Stam.
Rabbi Bleich.
Is Rabbi there.
Goed.
Wie de vierte tegen
Jeder
zo?
vierte Lieberman.
Kalm
Lieberman.
Kalm op Sakoin? Nou.
Shaman Black.
Bleich. Oké. Bald zich treffen. Bald treffen zich auf Tunische. Er zit misschien aan zorg, dat is gearbeitet, als het gezoekt is gearbeitet, was schieten. Bij wem is het gearbeitet?
In Italië.
Oh, dat weet ik. Nog een eenmaal over gezegd. This is
We're taking out the end of the theme now. Oh, we have another one. So.
But now, I'm sorry, when you have Swedish guys, I revert back to Yiddish a lot. So it's not gonna happen. But it's natural to me. It's natural to me. I'm still Jewish, I'm still Williamsburg,
This is the birdhouse.
This is the birdhouse?
Okay, so now.
This is how you're doing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make it easy. I'm just gonna go in and cut them out as much as possible to get the.
That's why we have no chairs.
This is the birdhouse.
And now look at this. See, I just take it out over here.
So you cut that right there, and you're pulling it out.
No, but then there's still
another one.
It's not going into this piece of meat. You understand? Want to Alan Willensburg?
Yeah.
Aroinim, Zaloinim, Einstein. Okay.
Did you get into a car and get into it with them? This is not a political thing.
You don't know me.
4 to 10. 10 to 10. Let's do 10 to 10. No.
So we're not talking politics tonight.
See?
Okay, so you're pulling this
Oh,
out.
there's even more.
There's more.
Look at this.
Right, just expose
Look.
it.
Go outside. Sorry. I'm sorry, we have to do this. The birds don't need it.
What's going on?
See, look, see this whole piece of meat. If I would take over this piece of meat,
Let's show this a bit. Okay, I'm listening.
you'll see on the whole other side. Can I do this now?
Yeah.
I can just like open up this piece of meat?
Yes.
Like,
Don't worry.
Human.
We don't care. We're not butchers.
You said the ISIS?
As soon as we finish.
There's one thing about Persians,
You just said ISIS.
the names are very hard to pronounce.
Haman.
No, not Haman. But even Parashot, all different names, right? Persian names. It's the hardest for me to. I remember when they were taking children to the kind of Jews that were, they were.
Rabbi, let's because
Right, you remember that?
Thank you very much.
What was the name again?
We don't have a minute.
You weren't in the food business, and one of the guys who wasn't closing, but he was like doing. He was.
Yeah, or it is in fruit.
Brian, doesn't they have Brian there?
No.
I'm trying to remember all the names.
Leo?
No.
Okay, so look at this. You see how it's coming. You see? Look how it's going into this piece of meat. So when it's there, you just use your finger and you're trying to get under it, like this, under it, and try to take everything out. But now you have a more problem because you want to keep it clean. See, look at this. All these things. You want to keep it on. So you just could. Because it's
Now,
big,
why
if I
we
did.
Now this is
Because once it's open, it just doesn't look right. Again, the way we explained that this is the Messiah, this is the way how to do it. You keep everything closed, and whatever you get from the outside is fine. You don't have to open it up. But if I'm going to leave it like this, and someone's going to come and see, oh, look at this, it's typical of those. He left over this, he left over this. The people that are telling you, When I was a young sheikh, I was in Closing by Sheikh Tiradeh, right? And I didn't have the foresight how to do it. And then we checked the raya, and then we sent out the raya. And everyone was playing around with it. All of a sudden, somebody comes back to me. Look! You ever played around with rayas a lot?
Of course. You remember?
What?
We played together.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, look! It's a seichen. So what am I supposed to say to everybody? I was young. I was at the beginning. Ashkenazi sent me to do it at the time. So I said, okay, yeah, we'll try it all day. It wasn't. You play around with it. These things rip like nothing. So this is this piece of meat. So if you want, first of all, let's make it nice. I'll take it off. So this is called the Sifra Nikor. This is called the Baich, the Shaitel, the Mazel. This whole has a whole list of names.
No, it's just
Yeah, this
silver,
is
okay.
yeah, no, but you want to just keep it nice, clean. So this we should take out. That's what I'm saying. By the beef in the Sifra Nikor, when they talk about taking out, they talk about taking Shuman Nagid also over here. That you call that Shuman Nagid, but what we're talking about when we're not worried about that because
It's not really Shuman.
No,
Yiddish.
No. When the Hagdama, I told them about why.
It's okay.
I'll have to repeat. I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
should understand what I'm referring to when I'm saying some certain things.
Go ahead.
We'll do the second time. Yiddish. But
No. Just tell me that I need to like that.
your English is too good.
Yeah. I have my experience with English. Okay. I'm just cleaning it up on this. And also, look, this is.
You haven't seen nothing. Come in the daytime and see what you have outside.
Art has an idea for that, by the way. So you can see it at night too.
People what?
You want to clean this up too?
Okay. More to the.
Okay, so now, look at this. We still didn't finish.
No more questions.
You see this? It's still here. It's all here. So many things is a lot of it is just. It's called synovial sheaths and all that. You don't know. I thought I'm talking. I thought you're YU. You should know everything about the.
That part of biology they don't teach us. Darwin I can talk about.
By the way, I know a lot of people who are STEM staff. Yeah.
We can call them over.
What do you do? You live here, right?
Yeah, there's only young Israel.
By Rabbi Kellerman.
Yeah, but this is very far outside.
For sure you're
No, because I saw the Schwarzes around.
Yeah, there's no here.
Right.
That's why we built it.
I know, but
See, look. See, this goes also into this.
If I had to,
See?
if I had to go home.
I don't have to go home. I'm here all night.
If you had to,
So I got a lot of people done by Rabbi Kellerman.
You gotta go home.
We're gonna have the babies coming. That's it.
Jeremy Schwartz, you probably know.
This comes off, it goes
He
into that.
used to be my boss.
Yeah.
right? You can do that.
He gives us
Yes, 100%.
Am I right?
There's nothing left.
There's nothing
over
left in here?
nothing left.
No.
This is all finished.
Yes. For a deer. For a deer.
So can they roast it now?
I'm talking
Yes.
about an elk. This part, if we continue taking it off, there's
Yes.
nothing less
Right.
left in here.
Right.
This can go into the
Right.
grill or
Yes.
whatever.
So let's
Yes.
do it. Let's go.
One
No,
no,
he
no.
needs to eat for Shabbat. The next piece that comes
So,
off.
but
Although
again,
this
but
piece
again, I'm gonna take this off.
For sure, you're eating.
See, before
Because you still have the little.
I don't know.
He wants to make
you
it
want
look
it white.
beautiful,
You
so
want it.
nobody
You want
asks
it. You want it dark.
any
You want it dark. You don't want it.
Understand? You want to cut everything off so nobody has any question. Right?
Again,
Yeah.
see, this goes also in here. I'm going to take it up as much as possible. Sometimes it just comes. Okay, now, you have to clean all this. We're soon going to clean this. Let's first get to this main door. Okay? Here again, Nike goes into here. And again, this is...
Cut around.
That's it.
I get you.
Alright. I told him, he doesn't let me speak Yiddish, but you need to sit like Dumas to understand what I'm referring to. And,
Everything below is clean. Everything here is clean.
yeah, we're going to look at it. We have... I say now, but we have to...
Okay. We need to
Okay, again,
fast
here.
forward.
Now, we want to get to the where Asha al Oh, okay. As soon as I stick it, it's all now things are releasing itself. You feel here how it's starting to come all around. Now, look at this. This is the real eight. Here how it's coming around. This is the bone. It's coming Asha al This is the al This is the deraisa.
So
They
all
also
this
call
over
it
here
al
is the right.
Right.
But it's
Under
from
this
here
flat, right.
to here.
Yeah, thank you.
But now you're referring to it as it looks over here, which it's not good. You have to look how it opens up and you understand what it means, why it's called Asha al
Can you do this with your finger and just keep lifting it up?
We can try, but it's an elk. It's an elk. It's not so easy. We'll cut it open soon, but you don't want to cut. Oh, now it's breaking. It's breaking easily. I'm going to open it up. Look, now you see it coming around. Does it look like those pictures?
Grab it,
I'm not using the meter like it's supposed to. One second. Now you can take a better picture. You see it. One second. Let me hold it like this. You see it coming around.
Now the deraisa is from here, right?
Yeah. Here, exactly. I can't tell you. Asha al Again, and this is Shmuel. Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Meir holds. This whole thing is deraisa. We don't pass him that way. To push it to see it, kill a yelech.
You went here.
What apart?
So from here, more or less.
So we have to remember, there's a few things. There's, see, as soon as we're going to open up, see, the real way was, stop, see, I ripped it. The real way, this part comes from this.
Right.
You shouldn't do this, but think about it. Because this comes from this, and this is,
So now you have behind this as well.
Right, we should clean up this whole area.
You have behind this as
Shuman
well.
and in a behemoth, this is clear, it could be the rice, the rice in these
You gotta take the other side of this as well.
Yeah, and I'm saying, don't tell me because this is covered by meat. This meat was ripped off here.
yeah.
You understand?
Right.
All agree.
This is what this. It's all.
And this
To
part
say
over
that this is exactly
this
Shuman Agid, I'm not so sure.
Doesn't
It's not
matter,
around-
you take it
Why?
out
Because it's not
anyway.
around the gid.
This over here is a kesef, right?
No, this is already from the
That's
bone.
this cartilage.
Right.
Yeah.
But right here.
Right.
Now,
That's
but look at
all
it. Look at it. Let's want to show you how we do this. We're gonna open the. The way to do this is just cut over here, just because you want to clean. This is real Shuman Agid over here. This is the real Shuman Agid all around. This is also Shuman Agid, but of the Darbanan Agid, right? The fear of the Yehuda. This is the Deraisa. The Machlokes. There's another Machlokes in the Gemara. Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Meir, right? If you have to be.
But this is Yisrael Kedoshim, yeah.
Of course, you swallow that.
No, right, but
Yes.
this is the
On the.
the passage Shulchan Aruch says that you know how to go Israel. Yisrael Kedoshim.
That's the Gemara. The Gemara uses that.
I only got Shulchan.
Okay, so now we're gonna release this all the way, and this is coming Ash al Kaf. So it's just very interesting when Rabbi Ashkenazi went to one of the OU presentations in Land, I think it was, or whatever.
Yeah.
And he did a fallow there, and he took off this little piece, whatever this. And I remember a guy coming over to me, a guy from Williamsburg. How could it be that this is like Kazayas, even like, because the Gemara talks about it's a barrier, right? The Gidanosh itself is a barrier. So even if it's not a Kazayas, say, I remember he was wondering, so, a guy who never saw an animal, look at the difference between this piece, look how thick this piece, if you remember how big this piece is on a fallow here. It's tiny. The whole thing is as big as this, and here it's as big as this. And you go on a stair, it's 3 Kazayas in that. And now, let's go slowly. We're soon going to clean it up, but first, let's just clean this up. And then, here, look, here you have the whole Gidan, right? And now, slowly we'll release it, and as we, let's go, let's do this. Let's do it over here slowly, nicely. See, look.
What's all this?
This is, what do you think it is?
Tendons.
It's tendons, it's not.
But that's nothing, though. It's tendons.
Right. Give me a second, hold this like this. Right. I want to take this off the meat because I want to see the shin on this side.
That's why I said it.
What?
Why you thought this is it?
Even if it's one animal, there's the other one.
I have this noise, no? Oh, look at it. Okay, here's a little hard to see to clean this out. I don't want to rip it. But here, you're going to start seeing how it... Let's turn it over. Hold this, grab it, put the hook into the bone. Take it off. Take it off. Now, you see? You see it now? Here it's coming to 3, going 1, 2, and 3.
That's the sheet.
Here.
This is the edge of the shin.
Look at it, see? You see it was like a window.
And then
And this is also what the Gemara says, Samach la'etza. And that is why when you look at the article Gemara and all the picture books, they all show the whole Gid Anosh, how it's going all the way down here, which puts your whole focus down here, which is not true. Everything is all sits up here.
Where the spine.
Right.
see where you're looking.
Right.
That's the thing.
And if you look in the Sefer and it's found in this and how he explains it, and that's the Drish and everything, it's very so simple.
Origin.
Right. Right.
I see what it is. I need a picture.
Was weiß der Chachma? Zahn an das. Das ist gemacht im Stummen von der... Das ist dann Bilder. Das ist mal gewalt so. Das ist immer schwer im Zeichen. Okay, so this is it. And now you have to, so this piece of meat you have to really clean up. Well again, this is not nice. This is if I would be a Menachem, they would kick me out for this. No, it's you have to keep the meat as, that's why you cut as close as possible. And the way we do it is we just, then we can just now pull it, the whole thing. But the way, this is already, many times you can, if you can just cut, if it's the shed you cut over here and you're able to pull out the whole thing and see how it's attached. But, so many times, that's why they do many things. That's what you, when you asked before, you know what would be much easier? They would take the gedenksmith, yeah?
Yes, the number is correct. The number is
Yes, the one right opposite.
What's happening? The second one is over here on the wall. Behind the.
Oh,
right here.
So what you asked before, what would be easier?
No. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Now what you asked at the beginning about cutting off and making it easier, it would be like this. You take a saw, you just cut off this whole bone. This whole bone, and then when you come around, this, all this cutting on it's not there anymore. You understand what I'm saying? If you cut off this bone, this whole bone, you cut this off, right? So all this work that we have over here, right? And we're working over here to take everything in this, just cut it off and it's much easier. And you're not losing any meat. The beginning you asked, what do we do? We should cut off here, we don't, it's easy. So that, you understand what I'm saying? You don't...
I understand it. I got you.
But they don't want to do it.
It doesn't do anything.
What?
It doesn't do anything, basically.
No meat. There's no meat.
There's no meat, but it makes it easy for you to clean. And now we have to clean up this whole area over here. And then we'll check over. Where is it again? This is the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Just watch my fingers.
No, don't worry. My fingers is before you.
I'm more worried about my fingers than yours. But all yours. Sorry.
Amos to be Amos is small. Make it easy. He's getting worried that every steak is.
Yeah, that's right. I'm very worried.
Look, you're definitely eating. Look here. Don't
No,
worry.
but I want the tenderloin. I want the
Is that
the strip.
on the other side?
Yeah, I'm saying there's all different pieces. There's
You cut up that piece first, and then
Should take it nicely over here to keep it whole to the picture. Try to do that. doesn't look so easy.
Don't worry, you can do two by the second one.
And the second one's going to be harder because the way it's cut, actually, there's more tone on the other one.
It's not necessarily the other half.
Yeah. Let me just take this out over here like this. You have three overhead. You see? Okay, now we just have to clean this up. We'll have to clean all of the other side, and that's basically what it is.
If you need my help, let me know.
The kint is to work with a hook together, to be able to work together, you know, and if you know how to, that's what I always admire my friend Visha, because he works the way he works.
Vish is the one who did the deer with Rabbi Ashkenazi last year.
Yes. The buffalo was not good.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hoe zegt er een jak? Een jak? Wow. What was the problem?
The problem is with the whole weekend was a bad idea.
Where do you have a yak? Where's the yak? Well, I mean, where was it?
It was a small yak.
Small
Really
yak.
small. It was small. It was like, maybe.
Where's the...
It was it was just young.
Just a little clean this all up.
You can't salvage that right now?
No, you gotta ask him.
Can you salvage this?
That's not worth it.
Why you say it's not worth it?
It's not worth it. I did
You gotta kosher it, and
it's you're gonna play around. It's gonna disintegrate.
I mean, I would.
There's a certain amount of loss. Yeah, when you're a butcher, there's a certain amount of loss that you have to take.
I don't know how sharp that knife is, but.
I just want to see
I have
something.
more knives than that.
I just want to try something here. Just bear with me.
You see, here, so this I would be much more worried about to clean it up, because this is open and this is what we call all this around, all this garbage. This all could be part of the shuman. Even it might not be, it could be in the border, but you just clean up everything. Nobody's going to tell you exactly at Khan, exactly over here. I need a long glove.
Okay. So.
No, I wouldn't. Look, that's falling apart. How are you going to capture this?
Hold on. I can't kosher this and throw it into a piece of chocolate along with 10 more pieces like this?
You could. But what's the point?
There is no point. I'm just asking a question. Yes.
I would advise you to do it over here now because you never know.
We're not talking about now.
Right. Of course you can do it. Of course. When you live in sustenance, you live on. You're going to take every piece of meat.
No, but if I take 20 of these, I'm going to have a nice piece of chocolate. I got you.
Right. But when you have a big this, it doesn't pay. It just doesn't pay. The amount of.
You're right.
150 years ago in the shtetl, they didn't do that.
150 years ago.
No, they go shoot another one, right?
No.
Catch another one.
No, 150 years ago.
No, when they didn't have any meat.
Okay, well, let's
They didn't clean it up like we clean it up. They ate things that you don't eat.
Okay, let's
Let's clean it up and then we'll take the other one. We'll just look it over.
It's pretty funny stuff.
No, we should get a meat hook for this place.
Yeah, you should get a rail system with the hooks.
No.
He's getting really.
No. No. On the
We
next
got a lot of meat so far. You see.
I know, right? All that.
Rabbi, there's plenty right here. That's
This whole thing.
The truth of the matter is, if you want, what you should do it, take up this whole bone is not worth for you. You're not going to eat this bone, so you should take all this meat off the bone.
Yeah.
But on a little there, this is how it looks. And this meat also has to be cleaned up a little to make it better.
Well,
Or you mean just cutting off all the top stuff over here? That's what you mean?
This is disgusting.
Grab a knife and I'll
The
start.
left?
They left?
Who did?
they want to smoke.
Smoke what?
Should I start taking this off, Rabbi?
See? This has to be taken off. It's very important.
Hold on.
This
What?
is
What about
this. This is where the gid runs. Through the bone. Just to let you know, by beef we didn't use this bone. This whole bone gets this guy.
Because there's too much fat, you're saying.
No, because that's it's height of the rice.
But it's not going to look like this when you're done.
Right.
Not even like that.
Yeah, don't touch too much.
But now it's not us the rice. So this is just your soul kedoshim.
Right.
No. 10 more of these, and you're gonna have a very nice chocolate.
Of course.
Okay.
But you just this is.
Don't
but you
laugh
just-
at Human's
But you
feast, though.
just paid it by the hour, $10 an hour to give you.
No, okay, I understand that. But if nobody's here and I'm doing this by myself, 10 more of those pieces, and I'm gonna have.
If you do it by,
Chocolate for sure.
let me explain to you something else. When you do it by yourself and you're not having to explain things, you just watch what you're cutting, you cut better.
Yeah.
Except if you're a master manak and you've done it a million times, you know exactly what you
But you
do.
know how Rabbi Weissfeld did it. You brought Grisha with him, and he talked to Grisha comes.
Right.
You cut out.
See?
You realize that, right?
Huh?
So you cut
I don't know.
out.
You're really cutting it over here. I'm trimming. Just taking all this fat off, whatever this is.
What's the arbeit by David Abbott as well?
Treasure.
Oh, schachten.
I told you only Shrechter come here.
So far.
And people who want to buy skates.
Weissmann? Weissmann.
Nice one, ja. Ik gerief nog vorige wacht, ik wil kijken voor de Heims.
Hier is Jacques Bijmers? Oh. Wie? Ook bij
De
Weissmann?
Bresker.
Auch bei Weissmann?
Nice, niet Weissmann, Square.
Ah, Stallemans.
Ah.
Das macht man Rosen.
T-shirt, maar ook.
Josef Brandstoffen.
En die, wat
You
die
did a
is,
square? They told me that the way they do the checking of the lungs in the square is they take the thing, they push it into the lungs, they blow it up, and when they push it in, they do it with so much force that they may often get holes in the lung.
die offen,
Leggen en draaien.
leggen we bedrijf hebben, schassen bloed.
Schassen de vliegen.
While they're blowing,
That's what people told me they saw in the square. Under,
it's so busted that it can make a
Yeah.
hole. So what can be only in the gimmer? Can
no,
be
and they will not do it based on gold monster.
basically going
Yeah,
to
we can do that.
waar.
Did you
What was,
see?
what was the shiloh? But what was the shiloh of the day that they have to be marked?
That's the question is, did you see such a thing? Because they were doing it again in
What is the kid of that?
Killing an
Yeah.
organ.
Oh, the fillet. No, but
Yeah.
listen to this.
If you do
Like a real fillet knife.
Now let's say and the ray is clean.
Right.
And then you blow it up. Also, it's only you don't have to, right? If it's a self-based blah blah blah, right?
But once you're checking, I would have thought that if you don't check, okay. Well, once you're checking already, do it properly. Just like we say by the,
So the din in Simcha Dosh, if I remember clearly, the shayla, I don't practice on anymore.
okay.
But
Yeah.
if Nikor
You're supposed to every 30
from the
days.
speaker is if there's a raise, there's a matter.
But if they're, no, that's not my question.
What's the proper way?
The method of
It shouldn't-
doing it in
you
a fichla should not be that it guarantees a hole. That's
No, but that it's
If
that-
it happens-
somebody doesn't know how to if somebody doesn't know.
Nou, zie ik niet, zie je.
This
Kom
is-
van van dier, toast. This is our
Plastic gloves you need?
No, that's fine. I have a few of them. We just.
What do you need?
No,
Plastic
no.
gloves?
I changed it. I should get changed.
It needs to grip.
What I'm saying is,
You're right. It's not the what's it called. It's not
Proper
the
way.
it's not the proper way. It's not the. It doesn't show experience. You know, you're supposed to blow it up in a nice way. You know? So this is a little messed up, but it's good. And this all we do, just throw it away. And
Wait, we have, what are we throwing away? We have
this whole bone, you don't need this bone.
but we're not going to throw it anymore. We're going to throw it on the grill.
No, but this is much better than proper.
This,
So we have to gut it or not?
No, you don't.
So leave it. I want to grill it.
Watch the count. You have to be able to trim the meat also.
No,
Not
because I
mashed
want
up.
to challenge you
With what?
if I can use it. The animal.
Yeah, but try to eat it.
So leave it. So leave it.
No, you
we already went through this. You missed it.
went through this whole thing.
I told us that I have a rule. So the right will do it.
I said something else also, and it's also very important.
No, we'll do that.
And it's the gay also.
Let's
right.
finish this one, and then
So
if
then
we
we'll
do
do
another
the
one, you can give a whole hot
So I'm talking as I'm talking. No, am I gonna? I'll say it in English too. So let's clean over here. Let's make sure everything's clean over here.
Well, we're just
Being that we're doing here different, I said it before. Being that the reason why we have to say why we're doing it different than we do by beef,
right?
Right, we're not.
So being we're doing a difference, that's why we have a bigger nervousness. That even though I'll see the minute and you always do a little more. You're always scared, and you don't want things to be dirty. You want things to be clean, and
We don't want anything to be
right. Somebody called me up
We
and
don't
asked
want
me.
it to look nice. We want to know the halacha. If
Right.
I decide to make it look nice.
But you see, look. You look over this. You see this? This is coming out, right? So you go over and you take it out. You don't want it sticking in.
Halachically or nervously?
He's saying kinoknas.
Knagras?
See, this this could be that you don't have to, according to what we spoke before. You have to before, right? Because we all know about playing around with it, it opens up more and more and more. So if you're going to open up, you're going to take all the chit until the end, until you get to the end of the keren atzi, the end of the mem, the end of the shin. We're not going to do that. But once it's open, you're doing it. You don't want to send it to, it gets you nervous, so you open it up. Understand? But what is over here, and this is the most important. This spot is the most important, that we should make sure everything is. You get everything filled the meat. Fill the meat. And especially over here, but here we rip everything off. Look, this is all ripped off meat, and that meat rolls throughout, so, and this is gone.
So Hiro asked the question, I have the same question. Right now,
Yes.
can I take this and put it on the grill? Because I'm very hungry.
Yes, but I have to check it over to make sure that
Please
these little
check.
things.
Don't make it clean. We'll learn how to make it clean later.
Dominate. If you find this is not chaylev, but by chaylev you find a sa'ira,
No, but
I lose my job.
This is true. We don't care about your job. We care about Nikor Hadin right now.
Look, see this? You see this? I found this now. You have to go over it. You have
So
to
what
check
I'm
it.
asking you, what you just pulled out, was that knopnos? Is that also because of minhag, or is it just consumers are going to complain?
Okay, in America there's such thing as consumers, but if we don't worry about consumers, our Rav would
I don't care about.
we would tell him, no, it has to be clean. No, it wouldn't be awesome maybe, but we would say, no, you fix up your act. You find that in Shulchan Aruch many times. You're right, it's mutter. You fix up your act.
That's what I'm asking.
What? No, right. No.
So that's what I'm asking. Is that you're saying that there's nothing wrong, but it's not proper.
So the properness is negay and the halacha?
No.
This does it. Of course.
It's like a hargosha on the street.
No, and this is this is on a thing that's la halacha even, because it's the rabbanon. But even you have things, but
Is it like a hargosha on the street tonight, or is it like a chut hatzara? What?
About that correctness.
It's in the we have a shulchan aruch. Yeah. I think it's right.
yeah, but that's a knoikiness, because the knoikiness is also, right? Because we passing that we have tzarich lechatet achrav, right? But we're talking about.
Are you sure this is a classic?
And again, especially because I don't do it every day, I'm much more nervous when I do it.
Right.
No question.
Okay.
How often are you doing it?
But when you're saying,
saying,
if you're saying, look, I don't know if I'm being machmir, that's okay to with us. That's fine. What we want to know is if I'm ready, if you're just trying to make it look good, we do it also. We'll clean it up. Right. So
no, but that is already by Isurim. That's
not
not
what
doing
it
the
is.
Galvin.
that he has to take it off.
This
No,
is not it.
right. This is something. But in general, what you see from all these many halachas, you have to do a good job. There should be no shilas for these type of things. You understand what I'm saying?
Our Indian now is to know what is.
Just want to look at my phone and see who's calling. What it says on it. If it says a number or a name.
It says home.
Oh, okay. I know who it is. That's home. Then I'll call back soon.
What he says is that.
There's another
The
thing
Rama
also.
says-
Another thing also. 1 second. There's another thing also. When you work in the schools also, things are much easier. You have water. Once you got a little water, it cleans up. You see much more, much clearer what you see.
So the Rama says you have to learn side the Nikor.
Oh, we can talk about that.
But Maris I am in a Mimcha. So we call you're the book in the Mimcha. So we now want to learn what is your Kabbalah from your Rebbe before.
We're gonna go through that. He has all that stuff when we explain Nikor on him and Nikor Chaya. What he's gonna do. He'll give the whole Hakdama.
A big part of that dharma was because he told me these guys are coming.
Yes. But let's I told you to have to do it again though, so it's okay.
Right.
So what you're doing, I'm just, I don't see it. What you're pulling out right now, that doesn't look like.
But he's got to make sure it doesn't look like it.
So let me tell you something.
That's
I'm
what
trying.
I'm
There's another thing. Let me
No, no,
explain
that's
to
what
something
I'm
else. There's another thing. Something else. And
Because if he's trying to make sure, we know the anatomy.
And I'll tell you, but there's another but there's another thing also, and I'll tell you it's very important. If you worked as a shochet, I'm Voidik and I'm an actor. You worked in one plant, and then in Europe you worked in one city, right? You got used to everything that you went in that city, in that shechtos or whatever those type of animals. You go to any other place, things change all the time, right? In empire, Sheikhten empire, the Sheikhten that shechted always on one spot. They move the spot, they can't shecht anymore, right? This animal, I haven't seen so much.
But
This looks different over here than on a fallow here, which I knew on a fallow as much either. So I am not so sure over here, like this. Why? Because this by a fallow there, you don't have it.
Okay, fine.
So that's why I am not so sure about it. I have to have another few menachim with me who are like.
So your Kabbalah is only on the fallow?
No. That's what I'm saying my experience is
Your
on a fallow.
experience is in a fallow.
Yes, no, I've done
can
else
deliver
also,
your
but else were different to this one also. So I'm a theist.
So you did an
shech chickens.
Elkos?
Is there a difference when
You did an
Yes.
Elkos?
Yeah.
Very fast. And he,
But when I went to do elk, I had no idea how elk looks. Meaning to say, I know how big it is, and I don't know how different it will feel when you start taking out the knoifness and zacher.
Of course.
What's a chicken? A small chicken with a big chicken.
But your first Kabbalah, that you get from your Rabbi.
let's let him finish because I want to
We gotta
try
get-
to understand.
Yeah, we gotta get moving.
We gotta get
We have another one.
I know.
This is.
He's
come
going
on.
to give you enough time to explain all that. The reason why I liked your question because I didn't know why he was going back and forth, and now I understand that it's just he's being mocked because he doesn't know, which is acceptable.
Here's a.
It's not. I mean, this is extra, right? But again, I'm looking again and again. You get nervous. I'm telling you, you get nervous. A guy who's not nervous, he shouldn't work with something else.
Not nervous.
What?
This is in
So then, that's why.
du sagst, aber du willst reden, hallochelik, du kannst reden, ja, nach Stanley, kannst reden. I feel it's ja, geht es auch gut.
Yeah.
I know I'm good. Don't worry.
You're
Gut.
I know I'm good.
Oh my God,
Die kannst du nicht auch, du bist ja auch, sie ist schon
sorry.
So
This is challenging.
darfst du gar nicht. Ich bin auf seinen Fuß, und brauchst du nicht mit.
The silver.
Nicht
Am I right or wrong? This can be challenged meat.
No, this one I took off.
So now,
This is I wasn't sure. Not sure.
That's from over here. So this is goes right to garbage.
This is garbage, so there's no question about it.
See, no, but it's different. I'm just thinking,
Possibility and
the way you look at it is different. Like he's an American kid. You weren't born in America. That's why you look at it different also. It could be that way too.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, what? No, I mean, say that you would try to save every little type of meat. No question about it.
Not because I'm Persian and cheap. I'm just
No,
trying
they were cheap.
Yeah. No. Hold on.
If you have an animal, right?
Right. I want to eat every ounce that I could.
right. Me too.
Right. I understand.
Me
what you're saying.
too. 100%.
So what happens to that half an ounce of meat over there?
Okay. If you do, so let me say, if you would do it in a way, slowly and in teaching.
If
you
there
have
was
to-
nobody else in here, just you,
I
what
probably.
happens to that piece of meat?
I probably would have had it in a way it would have exist better to begin with. It wouldn't have so much loss.
So, Rob, let me tell you, the first time that I gave Shir in YU, a guy who, Baruch Hashem, now he's phenomenally wealthy, but he was just starting out, he says, I want to give the best tzedakah. I will sponsor your Shir. I'll pay all the expenses of everything you shaft under one condition. Every piece of meat, if it's mutter b'di'evet, you give to tzedakah. So even if it's mutter b'di'evet, I want to tzedakah because he said, in my community, people don't keep kosher, and this way they'll keep kosher. So I'm going to sponsor this year. I know how many chickens you chef, but none of this only l'chachila, even b'di'evet. So now, he's giving this year.
So let me ask you something.
There's an almana who hasn't had any meat in her children for the last 3 Shabbos, and that's the piece of meat that's left.
Along with this
You clean it up.
and this, can it all go in
So
there?
In America, you weren't passing the same thing in America that you would pass in New York.
What about
No,
West Hampstead?
you wouldn't.
in this community,
West
for
Hampstead?
this was in Fort Lee, New Jersey. Okay, and I want to tell you that they were taking the worst pieces of meat you can imagine. We passed the chickens were all injured.
I would ask a Rolf. How he would
So that's fine.
I wouldn't have a Shechter.
We did. We asked.
What did he say on that?
No, we didn't. We didn't have this.
I want to have his perspective.
And what?
On this type of Shiloh that you're asking me.
Look,
How you would look at it in 19 in America in this.
You add it all together.
You want to hear a good? Listen, I'm going to tell you a story. It's nothing to do with this, but it's a very
in my case, it depended on what the Shiloh was. But when I'm asking about this,
But listen to this. Listen to this story. This is a true story.
Wait.
Rabbi Goldstein, my Rebbe, was standing, and the whole demonstration is not negay so much, but was standing, we're talking about it was 50 or 60 years ago, outside in Manhattan on Grand Street by the woman, blah, the whole story. He was standing, Rav Henken, Rav Moshe Feinstein, and Rabbi Goldstein. I heard the story of Rav Tovia. I actually didn't. So, and somebody comes, and a lady comes over to Rav Moshe Rabbi Feinstein, and asks him, can I use this and this soap? Pesach has come, can I use this and this soap? It was by the ladies' mikveh. If you use this soap. So Moshe Feinstein tells him, yes, you can use that soap. Rav Henken, they were waiting for a hitch. We're talking about the two Gedolah Ados, they're waiting for a hitch, somebody to pick them up, to go over to Brooklyn Bridge, to go visit. They wanted to go to Wilhelmsburg to visit Reuben Brzezowski, who was sick at the time. So Rav Henken screams at Feinstein, wo ist der? In Slutsk. He says in Yiddish, Feinstein, what are you doing? He doesn't go Rav Henken. You heard of Rav Henken? No. Okay, he'll tell you who Rav Henken was.
This is what they said one line in YU. They used to say that when you get smicha from YU, you need to know two things. One, Rabbi Henken's phone number, and two, not the phone number.
You can start this over. No, you don't.
Just tell me what to do. I'll start working here.
Okay, yeah, so I'm sorry, what was the end?
So Feinstein, what are you doing? In Slutsk, I saw a dog eating soap. Meaning to say, if a dog can eat it, you're not supposed to use it in Pesach. Pesach. So the Moshe said, I told him, the American dogs don't eat soap.
Which dog eats soap, though? The Polish dog?
Yes.
Polish dog.
In Russia, I saw in Russia dogs eating soap.
Yeah, well.
So Moshe said, in America they don't eat soap. Americans don't. What does it mean to say? It changes the status of the halacha. I'm just trying to.
Things are different wherever you are. That's what he's trying to say.
The halacha is that if a dog won't eat it, right? Pesach, it's not food, and you're not keeping house for Pesach, right? But if a dog, so he tied it on the stove. I'm not talking about ivory stove, probably. Whatever stove it was made out of fat and whatever. The dogs don't eat it. So he says, what do you mean? I saw dogs. Yeah, in Russia, back home. Not in America, they don't eat it. So Rav Henken held it doesn't matter. It's still that status still stays over here. Where Moshe said, no, in America, American dogs don't eat. It's an interesting story to just that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so.
Now look at this. This in general, you have to watch. Here you have things that are a lot of times, and this is locked down. There's nothing to do with Gidon. Also, because we know already we go over from here. This one we opened up here. We should clean around over here just to clean it. Doing a good job cleaning it ensures you. You're gonna work in it. You can see. You can leave out something, write something so easy that you see. So by cleaning out and even something stronger and extra, it saves you a lot of time. There are people who are who like cut very exact. And again, look, see, this is blood. It doesn't have it. You have to.
But there's nothing to eat there anyway.
In other places they eat this.
Yeah, they'll take that. They'll make schmaltz.
No, what that's eaten? It's all thrown into in the Indian. Yeah, so the Indians how they eat an animal. They cut up the animal and they make it.
They don't really eat it.
Not a curry. It's called a.
You think I
You don't know
Stu, what's to eat here? I'm curious.
Okay,
roast it. Put it on the grill and you see how good it tastes.
So, can we roast it?
It's Eckledit. You're an American. It's
Doesn't matter.
Well,
I'll eat anything.
Can we give it to the swan to eat? The who? No. I walk on the street in the summer, I found a big turtle like this. And we stop, and the guy stopped his car. He put it in the trunk. That's so good.
Turtle soup. Turtle soup.
Turtle soup.
Turtle soup, of course. That's a delicacy, right? You should clean it up.
So
no one's cleaning it up.
I'll clean it up.
Okay,
but listen, you have to look over. You look over here again. You see over here, everything is taken out, right? Even though you show it. You see, here you have a little look.
That's still.
You saw this?
Yeah.
What is this?
That's the
I'm sorry. Look at this. Do you remember what this is now?
This is the part that I pulled out.
right, that was attached one to the other.
Correct.
Right? You clean it out. That's why you clean all around the bone, and you make sure nothing's. These things change after a minute. It changes shape. That's why by aguna, right? When a person gets killed.
Oh, thank you.
When a person gets killed.
Good. Thank you, bro.
When a person gets killed, chas v'shalom, and you need aiders to let his wife be married, right?
Want a drink?
Yes, of course I want. Right? You have to make sure, so so now look at this. You see this? This we have to clean out. This is the first of the shin. So this is from the Gidanash. So you can argue it only goes till here, it only is there.
Just take the whole
You clean it out. You're supposed to clean. So now, of course, there were Mekaymis, when I say there were places which they didn't care so much about cleaning. There were places where it cleared not. In the United States, we have our utensils. We should do a perfect job. We shouldn't sell. What do you do for business? I'm sorry to ask.
Real estate.
Okay, so how can I have to find an analogy to what type of real estate? You rentals, you do rentals,
Money making.
Oh, that's good. You should make a lot of money and a lot of panasna. You should be able to give a lot of tzedakah. Understand? Everything has there's a certain standard every place has to. Sure.
Me. I'm just cutting around the bone, right? You said cut around the bone, I'm cutting around the bone. Anything else? This
is very important. This is very important.
No, this is
No,
the
filet mignon.
Filet mignon.
Yeah.
And this piece also, in beef, you'll never eat this piece. This piece, because this is called the filet trefa.
It's called the fillet of trefa?
Yes,
This is,
trefa linzel. It's
the name for this
There's two
is
pieces. This you don't eat. You're not gonna eat this on the bone. You're gonna take off the whole. You can eat on the bone, but you just have to clean this out.
I want all the good stuff.
No, I know, but this is literally
I know.
filet mignon.
This whole thing. Many times you see filet mignons if you go in the shop or whatever. Sometimes they have like two pieces of. It's like two. It's like not only an eye, but it's like two. See this given going from one to the next, which my favorite. You have to take it out. See this also included. I don't know how to separate it here, but I'm too much on this. So you have to clean out these three holes. Have to be cleaned out. You see, these are all part of the Gidanosh. Some part is
Cleaned out to the part that you can see
as much as you can.
through out of it?
Yeah, it's just aesthetically. You're supposed to do a good job.
Because that's a hole, right?
What?
You're just not in the house.
No. You can actually do it upstairs where we have an exhaust fan.
You see this one? You see this?
No, now the
you see
room
this?
is
You see this?
But you were saying that we don't have to do that.
But I'm trying to say you have to do a perfect job. The truth is, you're right. You have to know. Well, you have to make a thing clear. It has to look nice.
Presentable.
Presentable, and has to be done professional.
So there's no question.
Professional.
So there's no questions about it.
I'm not happy about this explanation.
Okay, Reb Chaim, I'm gonna go home and I'll write you many makayres of where. Yes, you do have to be professional.
Okay.
And every place where you live has a certain standards of professionality that you have to adhere to in halacha also.
So we are now to hear your professionality that you learned.
Right, because Rabbi Gia used to say, if you don't do it properly, you won't give the person a Kabbalah and Nikor, because he said if you don't know how to clean the meat also, you're never going to make a parnasa. And then you're going to have to cut corners and you're going to end up being machshel sarabim. But here, what I'm asking you is that there's a difference between being a butcher and removing the gid hanashe. If this is part of being a butcher, fine, I understand. This is part of removing gid hanashe. And you're saying that it's what? Same thing.
No, I'm saying it's part of removing the gid hanashe in a break, I wouldn't say chumradik. It should be a little more.
Okay, fine. It's the Flema Shir
When you learn Gemara, right, and you learn the halachas of talking about the bone.
Right.
If it's in the Gemara they differentiate by tumah, right? When the behemoth sticks his hand out, mokem achatach, not mokem
You're going
achatach.
to cut this off.
How can we always differentiate mokem achatach?
You have to understand, I always present it right here.
Yeah.
I always felt the
You want to know, look at
So let's add 10. I'm gonna ask
So
you.
Rav Yirmi gets thrown out.
That's what I said, I always was fighting
but
why?
But you want to know something? And what you're saying was also something. That's also with the character of a person also.
Yeah.
What's this over here?
What is it?
It's a
Of course,
tendon.
tendon.
That's what I thought. So that we can leave.
There's nothing. There's no chaylev over here. This is about this.
It's not fair.
So just leave it on.
Biadmi was thrown out because it was.
And then
It is an opinion that asks why on a question on a bit of Chazal drop of the lamb soup, but he's not asking. He was not asking a question like this.
All right.
Biadmi is asking on 50 why what is it with the feet out and feet up?
Yeah.
Rabbi, anything on your
Lee
DC?
Avenue. No,
This was from over here.
there's no blood here. It's a beautiful piece of meat. But if you serve this in a restaurant, you're gonna buy it. It's good.
Good thing I
But you want, no,
didn't eat
one
it.
second. This bone itself is a good piece of bone. It's a good piece of meat.
Yeah, it's a good
But,
soup.
and there's another thing. When you take out this piece of meat, right? Go
Yeah.
slowly and get in between over here.
Right.
This is also
This is right. This,
where it's very important to
This
know.
is
Just if you
what
want,
they
because
do.
if you ever want to learn Chelek Kirayim, you should know that now how this bone
We have
goes
a
into
second
here.
one. We're gonna
Over here.
Okay.
Finish?
Yeah.
You ready?
Take it.
So I can take it home?
Yes. Yes.
what do you take it home?
You can take home.
Once you clean it up.
When you paint.
No, the meat's spoken for.
Meat's all spoken for.
I'm sure we've spoken for the.
All the meat
Yeah.
is talking
I
spoken
share.
for.
I share. Don't worry. I share. Ellie's taking one, and then mine.
Let's just look it over one more time.
Underneath here, you just clean up, right?
Yes, because you don't have. It only goes between the.
But deze heeft de gaten.
Presentable cleaning.
Those. That's what I can't.
On a beef,
There's nobody
this is
else
kind of a
here.
ksud. This is
I'm done, and I
this is
can put this whole
nice
thing
guys,
on
the
the
ksudim, the folder heißt es, the folder. Du de Teile, was du de Masken. Du schijnt eraan, dus dan moet je de taart komen, dus dan gaan we de vallen, de inside skirt. Dus ga je het water terug. Dus die ganze geraam, kijk maar.
Dat was net het.
This is garbage, ik vind het zo, this is down, this is supposed to be.
sure that you didn't miss this piece.
Dit maar zouden we doen, ik dames en heren.
But if I'm eating it, I'm not gonna eat.
So this gets to the footage. We gaan to the next
At this point, because we
Dat
took everything out,
is de down, dat is de doorsteking down. Darf man auch ausschneiden, das ist down, das ist down beenden.
Now it's down.
Die alle Sachen siehst du, you see the down, you see it. That's why you have to clean up. Look at this, hold on. Look at it. You open over here, look. See, if you don't clean up, you find this is blood veins. You have to get all the blood and clean
No
it
one's
up.
arguing about that. We're just trying to identify the inertia. Yeah.
So
And then
you
there's
have
the clot inside.
It has to be either you cut it open, you use flavor it all together, right? Some places just like stab it, other places would take out the whole thing.
What would you do?
What would you do?
Depends where I work, where I
Right
am.
now, right here, right now.
I'll be honest with you.
You're here with 7 other men. What?
Me,
Yes,
when I do it
you.
for somebody else,
Yes.
I want to sleep calmly at night. So I do whatever I can extra. I have to watch out.
Which is what?
Which is a problem both ways. Because I don't want to steal your meat, and I don't want to steal. So
I understand.
you know, damned
So you
if
don't
you
want
do,
to
damned if you don't.
Okay, so what do you do right now with this thing
No,
right here?
this you cut it out. You cut it out. You cut it out.
It's not so
Because in America we don't eat these type of things. In America we don't, you know.
We're not
if you eat-
starving.
Right, we're not starving, and the health department will make you take it out. You understand?
We don't want to go for it.
No, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to say we are, you know, we can't.
It's a higher standard.
There's some words that you can't say in this house. Health department. These 2 words cannot be said in this house. It's like milk and meat. It's like me having a glass of milk right here, right now. Can't do it. You know, literally like this. I can't do it.
I shouldn't say this, but I remember once watching a movie. Don't
I
throw it
don't
on
know.
me.
Nobody is there.
You don't know my. You know everything about me. No, that there was a hat. Saying a hat in a house or something was also. I remember watching television. I saw this. That the guy said a hat, and I was the same thing like the health department, and he looked like him. Like I remember, like hat is like the superstition about a hat, and it's like
Health department.
health. You said it again. You said it again. In the Chassidische Chol, it would be like saying bread on Pesach.
Yeah, you can't say it.
Every culture has their thing that they.
Fire, cigarette smoking and
Tuba, how do you say it? Tuba? That's not Persian? No, tuba.
So we're ready to move
So
to the
let's
next
take it
one?
out of the table.
Yes.
I'm butchering it up, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we only have one table, or
Right.
you can't cash
I can kosher here. I got
These
tubs. I got the swimming pool in my car.
Collectively?
By the way, when it comes to these type of things, the street is down. What's called actually street is down, what not? I'm not. You can ask. I'm sure The way it's people, you go today to the chicken companies, and everything that's little pink they cut off.
Yep.
There's no question to me about it that in Europe they did not care about those spots.
No, we only care if it's black like this.
Yeah, but you want to know that
This is true.
as about to write it down.
Yeah.
I should ask.
Who's your sheriff?
Father-in-law.
No, I know what a sheriff is. Who is your sheriff?
His name is Moshe.
Okay.
Right? And he
He
asked,
asked that question from the Moshe.
What did Moshe say?
It depends on the issue.
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. Did you leave it up?
Is the kill yet?
oh, this is the kill. Is this? You can eat it.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering about elk. Right, those problems. You know, kind of if you.
There's no chaylev.
This is what I learned only from the song. I don't know, but this is thing that you.
Well,
can
I
learn.
wanted to cook you.
That's not in that.
Yeah, so it's not negate. It's not negate
I
for
know.
only by the way they do it is like this. They open it up all the way, and they take out those assessments.
Aber du hast kein Problem. Ich kann
Ja, das ist nur was. You just take out. The truth of the matter, you don't have to go all the way inside. You only have to take it out the way it goes inside, right?
No, he's saying it's a wild animal. You don't have to do anything.
Not because it's wild, because it's a cow.
yeah.
Usually that means undomesticated animal, right? And then they clean out the whole inside.
So did we need to do that or not?
Where on the high? No, you don't have to do this. This you don't have to
What
do.
you just did, we didn't need to do. Just take out the.
But you, by the way, hello,
We're very. We figure out how to.
hello.
What do you need?
Wait, Ellie.
Yeah.
I'm thinking ahead here. You can do whatever you want. How you can afford it out.
That's what I was saying.
My ducks are like.
Not a few hours, whatever. Another. It's not like I thought. Now there's getting bigger than the crowd. I said the crowd is getting. I'm saying there's people here. A lot of people. No.
What? So, yeah.
Okay. Everyone's by the way, when you do this, kidney, you have to after you do manich on it, you have to cook it in water and scald the water a few times. You know that.
I know.
No, that's why I looked at him to see anything. No, I did not know that.
What does a kidney do?
It gets all the blood. It filters the blood.
No, not full of the blood. And what comes out of the kidney?
The urine.
Urine.
Oh, urine.
You want to taste urine? Just cook it.
You're not conscious.
No. It's
You
healthy.
should boil. You said
Not
boil
healthy
the
taste.
It's just
You want
taste.
to taste.
You don't eat urine. I wouldn't be eating that kidney no matter what.
Oh.
Only because
I thought you were gonna
because
say-
I know what kidneys are. I mean, I know what goes through the kidney.
Human, why do you say only kidneys? You don't know what goes through all the blood and all the meat. It's all the same thing. The kidney only filters it. Okay. Let's get finished. Let's finish this and do it next. Bloody meat, you can't even eat it. Wow. This happened with animals still alive.
Yeah.
You get bruised, yeah? Wild animals, they throw themselves in. Just cut it open like this also. With the militia, when you do militia, you have to make sure salt goes in there.
Do it by age.
Right, also, please. Right.
By easier.
Right. Can this big piece Asian could have a big spit. See this? See
That. You know,
it's see.
it's not so bad, is that?
Again, that is. I believe it's even
I don't know.
look at it. Even look. It's not like it's not so bad. Look at it.
Yeah.
It's gold a little. I don't know. It depends on the person. There's some things that are okay.
All right.
זה מה אנחנו נלך לעצמנו.
Ach, musst du
Das dachte ich jetzt
du gesehen, aber schon den Fleisch auch. Du ist Mama schon die geht ja. Die andere
auch. Das muss ich fliegen.
ja, aber das ist dabei. Das ist der Big da.
Wir haben dit tot in de vrouw.
Was?
Dit tot de vrouw. Geen moeder.
Dein Mutter geht dran zu du, und du stimmt dran. Du eine kleine Connection von du bis du. Nicht, Entschuldigung, nicht du. Alles du. 1, 2, 3, Kidanusche, Kidanusche.
Is it all clean?
I just clean this up.
Okay.
You know what I like to do to make it easy to clean it?
Cut it out.
You break it, you can't cut it out.
He has a saw, I think.
No, but here, this is harder to break.
Should I close the video or?
Yeah.
We still have stuff.
You'll have to edit a lot. It's just
Edit a lot. I don't even know what's on here.
this whole.
2 hours and 55 minutes.
I know.
Wow.